If you give me 2 seconds of your time, I'd just like to say a massive thank you for following me so far. This really can't be done without you, the listeners, so thank you. Welcome to Underdog to Owner podcast, where we dive into inspiring stories from entrepreneurs and innovators. I'm your host, Paul Atkins, and today I'm excited to be joined by Craig Knight. Craig has built KD Drainage and Asbestos Limited. Not only a friend, but somebody I really respect and serious work ethic, and always pushing to improve. Craig, welcome to Underdog to Owner. But no, I appreciate you coming, and like I say, I know you've been busy, and I know you're in and out of the country. But obviously, for me, like we always start with your early days. So what was it like as a kid at school? Obviously, growing up, what was it like?
Do you know what? I think I blurred a lot of school life out really, because I never really got on that well. We've had this conversation before. You know, definitely got signs of something going on. Never really been tested for it, but I mean, I was thinking about it this morning. I can't really even remember what grades I got. I know I got a B in a couple of C's and a D or something like that. I think, but I can't really even remember.
It's not too bad with a B.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, and I was trying to think this morning because I knew you'd asked me this.
Yeah.
And I think it was in like history or something like that.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, nothing major.
Did it help you?
No. I mean, none of it did, fine. And my sister was taking the piss out of me at Christmas because I got a D in maths and went back and took it again and got a D again.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So it obviously wasn't there, but like my son's going through this. He's got GCSEs next year.
Yeah.
And I was trying to explain to him that like these scores on a bit of paper, like, don't define your life, don't define you as a person, and don't define what you're going to do.
Agree.
You know, like, not everyone is academic, and that's all right.
That's absolutely fine.
Yeah. So yeah, school life was always a bit. Yeah, you just didn't want to be there. Got on with it. Was itching to get out and work. You know, it was a nothing period really. I think for me.
The only bit I used to, I can reflect on that a little bit and understand it from your side, because the only time I liked being in school was sport related and to see my friends.
That's it.
You know, it was more of a social for me. But it's like I said, I had the same conversations with my girls. They're quite educated, but they must get it from the mum. But the youngest is going through her GCSEs now, and she's putting a lot of stress on herself. And I talk about it to her, and I say, again, but exactly what you're saying to your son. It doesn't define you.
No.
You know, if we don't get the grades that you want, because we don't want them. You know, we want the best for her, but we don't want them because they don't need them. If she walks away with not the grades that she wants, again, it doesn't define her. Yeah. So we have exactly the same conversations in this house.
And I think it's tough because when I was at school, I mean, there was no talk of doing A levels. You know, I went to a standard secondary school in Chatham, right? So there's no talk of A levels, no talk of universities. It was just like, right, get those GCSEs and get out. Yeah. My daughter, completely different experience. Grammar school, A-star student, GCSEs, A-star A levels. Went to uni, got first, you know, but that's what she wanted to do. Yeah. And I was talking to her about it a couple of weeks ago, and she said, like, I'm not that academic, you know, but I just grafted it. And she did, I remember, you know. And with my eldest son, he just doesn't want to be there.
No.
And I don't think the teachers want him there. And I certainly don't pay for him to go there. So it's a lose, and I'm losing the most.
You're losing the dough.
Yeah. So yeah, it's tough, right? It's tough. And my youngest son, he likes it. He's really sporty, you know. He's a bit like yourself, you know. He's like plays for the football team.
Yeah.
Plays for the 2 years above in the football team, like the year above and the year below, and you know, he swims, and so he loves it. He doesn't mind going. But the older one, he's like, I just want to get out and work. I just want to go, you know. And I'm like, that's cool.
The problem is the schoolings. I mean, obviously you're in Spain. But the schoolings in England, I mean, most of Europe, to be fair, I think Sweden are one of the few that are getting it right, I reckon. More diverse, and they don't teach the way we teach. I mean, and I talk about it on the podcast about, you know, if you're not fitting that pen, you're an outcast. And I feel like from my experiences and my daughter's experiences, you know, I said this on the podcast again, is that one's dyslexic and one's ADHD.
Yeah.
You know, they both got that. I've got both. You know, and I'm all right with that. But what I would say is that you don't fit in, like with the school and the way they try to educate you. If you've got any kind of, I'll say disability, I don't think it's a disability, but if you're off the spectrum a little bit, it doesn't seem to work.
No. And he's dyslexic, you know,
Yeah.
we've had this conversation with before. He's dyslexic, and I think he does struggle with that, and no doubt plays up to it as well. A
Yeah,
little
of
bit.
course.
And yeah, it is tough, right? And like, it's like, what's he going to do? Like, I don't know, but I'm not that worried.
No, he'll work out.
Yes,
and he will. At that age, I'd say this to my girls as well, is that at their age, I never knew what I was going to be.
No.
I
still don't.
No, I'm winging it, like, you know, and I think there's too much pressure on them as well. And I say, these are the best years. I talk about that. They're the best years. You remember those years. They were the best years. You know, when you have to start having paying bills and you've got mortgages and houses and businesses, that's when it starts to get a bit serious. So I said, they shouldn't really be thinking about where they're going to go. I think they should just be enjoying it for this. That's my opinion. Enjoying it for a period of time. You know, having money in their pocket because you know they need to be. We can't fund them for the rest of their lives.
No, but I think that's changed as well. I think when I was like 13, I'd got up at 6 in the morning, done a paper round.
Yeah.
You know, and my dad used to take me to the shop, my bike in the back of the car.
Yeah.
And then I'd come home and then go and do another 2 in the evening as well. You know, that doesn't happen anymore, does it?
No.
Like kids don't do that.
No.
I mean, I don't think that probably even exists anymore. But you know, I think we were quite used to, if you want money, you sort of went and earned it. You know, my mum and dad never had any money when we grew up. No, I don't think I was really aware of it until probably got to junior school. And then I don't think I was really aware of it until then, you know, and you sort of notice that other kids have got the brand new trainers, you know, and this radio controlled car, and you've probably only got this one, and you sort of just pick up on little bits and bobs. And I think my parents always done really well to give us everything they possibly could.
Yeah.
But I mean, looking back now, you can see that they probably were living on the edge, you know.
Yeah.
And I feel sorry for my dad because he was a plumber. And I remember sort of when I left school, he went, whatever you do, don't be a plumber. Right? Because then that sort of trade was looked upon as like, well, they're sort of, you know, they can't do anything academic. So you'd be a bricklayer and a plumber. I think by the time I stopped working in the city, all my mates that were plumbers were earning £1,000 a day.
I know, it's completely changed now. Isn't it?
I mean, flipped round the other way.
Yeah, I'd say that's definitely the industry you need to be. It's the skill now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Plumber, bricky.
Yeah, gas.
That's crazy, mate. Gas.
That's right, yeah.
Crazy, mate. Do you, with obviously your parents now, obviously, were they supportive on what you wanted to do, or did you just didn't have a clue? Because you were quite wild when you were young.
Yeah,
So,
really wild.
I was saying.
Yeah, and I think I probably gave my mum a lot of sleepless nights over it. But I didn't, you know, when I left school, I went to like a business studies college in Rochester, and then I left there. And James Kitchen was selling mobile phones. He said, that was when they first come out.
Yeah.
He said, you should come and work for me with selling these mobile phones. It was such a good time. We were getting, I don't know, 30 quid a phone or something like that, like back in the late 90s. And when we turned up at the shop in Bromley every day, there was a queue down the road of people wanting phones. And we were like, as quickly as we could get their credit check through and get them, right? I was driving around in a 325i convertible car when I was 19. And we were earning silly money and just blowing it all. And then obviously everyone had them and the market died. And it was like, shit, what are we going to do now? Like, what are we going to do now? And that's sort of when I ended up falling into this career of working in the city. But we didn't have any qualifications, right?
So what was you doing?
So I remember a guy that I knew from Lordswood, he said that they were doing a computer repair course in Wembley. So I remember saying to my mum, she was like, oh, what's this another like pie in the sky idea? And I was like, well, I'm going to pay for it and I'm going to go every Sunday. I'm going to do this course. So they were just like, whatever. And which was quite difficult because I used to go raving quite a lot then as well. So I was having to substitute that to go on a Sunday. And so we went and done this course, and then when we passed it, they actually put us into an IT company in London. And then they were like a support company for like law firms, and they put me into a law firm, and then the law firm took me on permanently. And then I was there for quite a while. I had a bit of a disagreement with them one day over something. I think I was going to Ibiza or something, and they said you can't go, and I was like, well, I'll just go then.
I'll go.
You know,
of course.
When you're young, you don't care, do you? Ibiza seemed much better prospect.
Yeah. It's when you come back.
Yeah, and I was talking to somebody else about this the other day. It was so easy. I remember walking down Fleet Street, walking into a recruiter's, and then I was like, right, this is what I do. And they said, right, we can got an interview with Arthur Anderson this afternoon. Can you make it? And I was like, well, I'm not doing anything. So, and then I walked down there, went in. Peter Walnut interviewed me, and he sat down. He said, "Who do you support? What team do you support?" I said, "Chelsea." He said, "You got the job."
Wow.
And that was it. And I was in, and I started again the next day. And I said to him, "I have got a week's holiday booked in a couple of weeks' time." He said, "That's absolutely fine." All right, so.
And what was you doing?
So I was doing IT support.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And I mean, a lot of people don't know that. I worked in the city for 13 years.
I never knew that.
Yeah.
I never would have even thought that.
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy.
Yeah. So we went from obviously the physical hardware side of it when I was at the law firm, and then into Anderson's, doing more software side of it. And yeah, we had a bit of a mad one. Do you know what the Enron happened with Enron?
No.
So Enron were like a company, American company in Victoria, and Anderson's were their auditors, accountants.
Right.
There's a scandal, you can Google it, the Enron scandal.
Right.
They were cooking the books to try and overinflate the share price, or something like that anyway. But we used to do the IT for them, right? And we'd actually taken all the server tapes, because you used to back up servers on a tape then, and you'd box them all up and send them to secure storage. Anyway, it all come out in the papers, and it was all on the news, and the FBI come in, and they were like, "What did you do with the tapes?" And me and my mate were like, "Well, they're under the desk there, we forgot to send them off." And they were like, "Really?" I'm like, "Yeah, they're under the desk." And so the FBI interviewed us.
Oh my God.
And anyway, off the back of that, I mean, Arthur Anderson were massive.
Yeah.
I can't remember, I had like 70 offices in 70 countries, like huge. They actually went under because of it. And Deloitte bought them out.
I know Deloitte,
Yeah, so then I worked for Deloitte for maybe 6 years.
Oh, right.
After that as well. So,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
I mean, how old was you then?
I think when I left, I think I'd met, I was with Liz, so I must have been 32.
Okay.
Maybe when I left.
Long time.
Yeah.
It was long, 13 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So maybe 33.
Yeah.
So I think I was up there when I was 20. So.
And what made you leave? Well, what was it, what made you, 13 years is a long time to be in something, to go, right.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't know if this would even happen now. I think it's probably illegal now, but my manager had, I think his dad had died. He was a real nice guy.
Yeah.
And his dad had died, and his mum was in Australia, and I think he went to Australia for a bit, and it really hit him hard. And I think he was off for a good 8 months, with stress and, and compassionate leave. So I stepped into his role and was running the whole team, and done a really good job. Then he said he wasn't going to stay in Australia, he was getting transferred over. So I just thought, really, I've done such a good job, this is going to sort of come to me.
Yeah.
And they said, we're interviewing for the job. And I was like, really? And I was like, it's just a process. And then through the interview, they said, where did you get your degree? And I was like, I haven't got a degree, And they said, well, this is a degree educated role. And I know for a fact that the other guy didn't have one.
Wow.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and I was fuming.
I bet.
I was just like, I'm done. I'm done. And I literally walked out.
Did you?
Walked out there and then.
Done.
Walked out the interview and just went, that's it. And that's when I started on my own IT company in Kent.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that either.
Yeah.
You had an IT company. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Did you have to notice anything like that? Was it just done?
Yeah, I just walked, yeah.
Just walked done.
Yeah, I just walked, yeah.
Because
I
believe
thought, I'm not ever putting all of this effort
Yeah.
for you just to mug me off.
Not a lot of employees know this, but your employer, they're not protected. So like the employee can just, I mean, I don't think anyone's going to like me saying this, but your employee can just walk out.
Yeah.
There's no consequences.
No.
We only have a way, there's consequences on the employer.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
But employees, no.
Yeah.
It's crazy, isn't it? Like, it's no, I find that in like, just diverse a little bit, but in business is that there's no real protection for the employer.
No, none.
Is there?
None.
The government will not protect us whatsoever. I feel like every angle that I looked at it, we weren't protected. It was always
No, and then you've got other people that take advantage of it, right? So they get wind of, well, I might be putting on a management type process now, and then they pull a mental health card out, and then you're like, no, you can't do anything.
You can't do anything.
And everyone knows that. People do it. I'm not being out of order sitting there saying it. People do it. They take advantage of the system,
I think that's the downside of it, because there is plenty of people that genuinely have mental health issues, right?
Yeah.
And then you have plenty of people that will use the system. It's the same as everything. It's the same as, the people that are on the ponds who are out of work, things like that. They're using the system. The system doesn't work. If you have more kids, you get more money. There's loads of problems with the system.
Yeah.
But I just think for a business, we get hit every angle, don't we?
Yeah.
We do, and I used to talk to my staff about it, and like when they used to have time off, not like holiday, but like just have sick off. And I used to sit there and say, you don't understand the ripple that causes, like for you having that day off, or you being ill for a week, or you. I said the problem is, someone has to pick your job up, so that ripple starts there.
Yeah.
They can't do their job to 100% because they're focusing on somebody else's job. I said, and that just goes on throughout the business.
Yeah.
I said, so you imagine having 3 or 4 people off in the office, and I used to try to explain it to them so they got it, but there's certain people that just don't care, do they?
Well, they don't. And this company we bought in Cumbria got some mad contracts that they get 3 days full pay or something like. I can't remember what it is now, but it's something crazy for the first 3 days, something like that. And then we had one lad that was on a job that he didn't particularly want to do, or was getting to the end of jobs that he didn't particularly want to do, just taking 3 days off sick. Well, you can't do anything.
What can you do? That's in their contract.
Yeah, that's it.
Getting
full pay. It's just nuts that people. You can't get them off. You buy the company, you can't get them off the contract.
Don't.
In the office, they need to be in the office.
They do. Yes, it's a different industry, but
Yeah.
when you going back to your IT days, so you set up this business.
Yeah.
What did you call it?
That was the computer night.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes. Local.
Nice.
Yeah. Mate, I was doing all right out of it.
Was you?
I was earning good money. Because,
Yeah.
You'd be surprised how many people at the time. I mean, now it's a bit easier. Now you push F10 or whatever it is, and you can push number 1, and it reinstalls your system, doesn't it? Do you know what I mean? Then you have to completely reinstall it off a CD.
Right.
Right. So I had a house in City Way in Rochester, and we had one of the spare rooms, and like a big desk like this, but probably twice the length.
Yeah.
And then I'd have maybe 10 set up, all in a row, resetting it all up.
Oh, wow.
I'd be getting like 250 quid or 200 quid for all of them. And that would be continuous. I don't like.
Just keep going.
Yeah, just keep going.
Wow.
Take them all back.
It's like printing your own money.
Coming back, yeah. And it was all right. It was
I
it
bet.
was decent. And Preston had just been born. So it was nice because I was around. I think when Lauren was born, I was in
Preston
the
your first, is it?
No, Lauren's my
Lauren's
first.
first.
Yes, she's 25. Preston's my first boy.
Boy, yeah.
Yeah, and when Lauren was born, I was in the city, so I was coming back at 8 o'clock at night. We'll come back to that because we'll come back to that in a bit actually about working in the city and the hours you're doing the travel and that lot. Take me on to something else. We have our lads now. So it was nice.
Yeah.
I was around for it when it was here, when I was darting in and out, and golf handicap come down a little bit. It was a bit. And that's when I got the real taste of thinking, right, I've just wasted 15 years working for other people. Like, what was I doing? And I say that to my kids now. Like, my daughter's got a really good job. She does digital marketing and Instagram marketing with influencers and all this sort of stuff.
Brilliant.
And I'm like, listen, you need to start. You go on your own as quick as possible.
100%.
I get it. you're trying to learn as much as you can. She's working with some big brands like Dulux and people like that at the moment. So I was like, I get the experience, but you need to get out and you run as quick as you can. Like, use me as example. Like, you don't want to be another 5 years working for other people.
No,
you've never earned proper money.
I agree.
So that was going all right, the IT thing, and then my wife's stepdad sold his recruitment company, and he said to me, like, do you want to do a bit of property development? Because I was sort of doing project manager stuff in London, IT stuff, and I was like, all my mates are trades. Right? I know everyone that can do everything. So he was like, right, well, let's go for it then. So we was at like auctions, buying different bits of property, and I was getting all the lads in, we were refurbing them, flipping them, renting them out. And then my golf handicap come right down then as well, so much more time. It's brilliant. I used to go in the morning, set everyone up, go up to the London club, play, and then come back. So how's everyone getting on? I loved it. It's brilliant.
Yeah, I've met.
And then he got a brain tumour and died.
Shit.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, we were just playing golf. We were playing golf up in Bromley, and he had a bit of a funny turn while we were playing.
No signs.
Nothing. We teed off absolutely fine. Got to the ball to play the next shot, and he couldn't remember what to do like that quickly. And then I think maybe he had loads of operations to try and get rid of it, but it didn't work.
No way.
So I think I can't remember what it was now. Maybe 6 months, 8 months. I think. Something like that. And he was only young as well. Super fit. Yeah, really nice guy. Skied 3 or 4 times a year, played golf, played squash, played tennis, done everything, really super fit, and just like that, bang gone. Yeah.
Wow.
So
that's a big thing.
Yeah, and it was.
You was close to him, I take it, really close to him.
Well,
or not really.
Not really.
Just
it was Lizzie's stepdad.
Yeah.
So I was to a certain extent, but not super close. But he was a lovely bloke, and like, obviously we got a lot closer when we worked together. And it was just a bit of like, fuck, what now?
What are you doing next? And how long were you doing that for?
Probably a couple of years.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. Did you not think I could do this on my own, or was it too much?
I didn't really have the finances to do it on my own, and his son or his kids inherited their half of the business, and I was a bit like, do you know what? I don't really want to do this now. This sort of, I don't know. It's just I lost the love for it because we've done it together.
Yeah,
that was our thing. I don't want to do it with anyone else. So they bought me out of my share. I just lost around for a little bit. I was thinking, like, I don't really know. Yeah, what next? Like, I've actually worked with Paul Smith. I don't even know Paul's builder.
I do.
Yeah, worked with him for a little bit. And I mentioned to him about starting up a drainage company. And he was like, no. He said, like, gee, it's been there, it's done. And I was like, yeah, maybe you're right. And then I was at the Belfry playing golf with Dennis Coe. And had a little nightclub called the Bel Air.
Yeah, I remember it. We
were in there. I think pretty much we were hammered. And his brother phoned him, Tom, and said, like, I've just been sacked. He's a drainage engineer. He's working in Metro Mechanical. He said, I've just been sacked. I remember then sort of just looking down the bar saying, do you want to start a drainage company? And I was like, what? He was like, a drainage company. And I was like,
yeah, whatever.
Yeah, and then, when we sat down, we come back and sat down, and we're like, right, let's do it.
That's mad. It's just like that?
Yeah.
And did you know what he was doing?
No.
Not a clue.
Still don't.
I wouldn't say that. I mean,
I've got.
But you do at the beginning. I think we listen to a lot. Everyone I've spoken to about how no one's actually got. Well, there's the book there. That's how you do it. You've got to fail a lot. You've got to learn a lot, haven't you?
I mean, it was pretty wild, really, because Tom, I mean, he's about 36, 37 now, so he must have only been like 22.
Yeah, Jesus.
And he was just an engineer.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, just a little scruffy.
He was the one who was the knowledge.
Yeah, but he didn't really have any knowledge. No. Well, he did,
but not
to run a company.
No, of course not.
Like, not doing what we were doing.
No.
And I mean, for the first year, it was pretty dead. You know, we're advertising in local magazines. We bought an old Transit. We were talking about that today, actually. Which we kept it because it had like the best sign writing.
Did it?
Yeah, quality. But we should have kept it really. We can chuck it on the roof now of our new building. Yeah, and we're just we were going around cleaning driveways.
Yeah.
Right, trying to get a bit of extra money because we chucked all this dough into.
I think you did mine.
Yeah, if I might have done,
You
yeah,
did.
yeah.
On the extra drive.
Yeah, and that's what we were doing. And half the time, Tom, I just let Tom have the money.
Yeah.
Right, I wasn't even taking any money myself. I'd say, oh yeah.
Yeah, of course.
And then I went to a wedding in Whitstable,
Yeah.
and I bumped into a guy that I used to go raving with in the 90s, and he worked.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, and he sort of said, "Oh, what are you doing?" I said, "I've got a drainage company," and he was like, "Oh, great. How many vans you got?" I said, 10. Absolute bullshit.
Yeah.
I had one.
Yeah.
And he said, "Oh, right. Do you want to come up and have a look? We've got this contract coming up." So I went up on the Monday, looked at it. So yeah, we'll do that. Well, no idea what we're doing. No idea at all.
Oh, I've been there.
And yeah, and then I phoned Tom up and said, "Mate, we're going to need some extra people." So
It's panic then.
yeah, there's panic stations.
Let's go.
Yeah, and then we rented a couple of vans.
Yeah.
Went and bought a couple of second-hand Jettas off of some
Yeah.
crazy guy at Kenilworth Road in Luton.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember getting loads of cash out in Luton High Street.
It's not a dumb thing, is it?
I'm going to get robbed. But,
That's not nice.
yeah, and then we employed Dave. He still works for us now, which is nice.
Yeah, it's
yeah.
amazing.
I saw him today in the office today.
Did
so,
you?
Yeah.
That's amazing. Though.
Yeah. And yeah, and then we just started this mad journey of trying to pretend we knew what we were doing.
Yeah.
And we're like Googling stuff and YouTube and stuff.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. I've done that. Did they ever find out that you worked?
No.
No. Never knew.
no.
So this is
I still don't. They didn't
I was
find out
about,
now.
I was about, we can delete that, mate. I don't worry. We don't have to tell them anything.
No.
But again, I can relate to it. I did exactly the same.
Yeah.
You know, we pretended to be. Have you gone back on your first ever website? Have you ever looked at your first ever website?
No.
I had an employee who was quite IT cute, and he went back and found my first.
How'd you find out?
It's in archives.
Is it?
Literally, you can find it. Now we've got AI as well. I mean, it's incredible. But he found it. His name was Aaron. He found it for me, and I was so embarrassed. I was so embarrassed. I was like, I built it,
Yeah.
and I mean, listen, I can just about read and write. So I built my own website. I was like, yeah, now it's like pictures just stuck on this. It looked awful, but yeah, I mean,
Technology weren't great then either, was it? Do you know what I mean? I mean, I reckon like your kid could build you a basic website now. It'll be 100 times better than what a professional done like 15 years ago.
do you know what? I'd recommend this to anyone. I'll advertise a little bit for you. Is Fiverr. Have you heard of it?
No.
So Stephen Bartlett, he's basically, I think he's got money in it. So it's a load of freelancers, and they're predominantly from either India or around that area. And you will say, well, I want a website of this, and they'll go, yep, and they'll create it. It cost me 70 quid.
Really?
I'll show you. But yeah, £70. Now I remember paying a very good friend of mine $7 grand.
Yeah,
for my
5-6
website.
grand,
Yeah, about that. And then as we got bigger, it got more. And then obviously the group bought us, so they did our websites. But the amount of money they used to charge us.
Yeah.
But now things have moved on so much, and this person, I'll show you before you leave. They designed it in 3 days.
Yeah.
I only wanted one page. He said for 3 pages it'd be 170 quid.
It is mad what you can get now. I mean, we're talking about the AI stuff that we've sort of got involved with recently, and you can go on a website and get a developer in the Philippines.
I know.
£15 an hour or something like that.
It's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, and they just build you an app within like
Yeah,
2
yeah.
weeks. Like it's just got nuts.
Yeah.
Completely nuts.
I think when you look back and you said about the Transit van, I can relate to that as well with the fire engine. We bought a fire engine, and that was quite funny, you know. And I wish I kept it.
Yeah.
But it got nicked on the main road.
Did it?
On the Ashford Road. I went to Florida for the week, and I come back and my business partner, he was like, "Where did you park the fire engine?" And I was like, "On the main road where it always is." He's like, "It ain't there." I was like, it's got to be done one. I thought he was winding me up. He's like, it ain't there, it's been hit.
Yeah.
We actually, and to be fair, the insurance company paid us the whole lot, the whole £5,000. That's what we paid for it. And I bought it on eBay as well.
Did you?
Yeah, went up there after we had to
I mentioned you driving a fire engine around.
Yeah, I mean, it was like that. It was you know, it wasn't a Pro, I thought it was the RAF ones, the Range Rover ones. Yeah, it was a piece of shit, but it got us,
bit of attention,
sales and transit.
Hey, we used to have this on the back doors. It was like a massive picture of a sewer. And you were following it. Look like you were driving down the sewer. Yeah, it's quality.
Brilliant.
And it's just boring now, isn't it? No, we're sensible now.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
We've got your initials on it.
Yeah, well, and you've got like ISO.
Yeah.
And you know,
and
Chaz and all that crap on there. Like, where's the fun gone?
It's
got
got
a massive sewer hanging off the back of the van.
Yeah, I don't think my fire engine would be roadworthy.
No.
Because it was.
Well, that transit definitely would work.
This episode of Underdog to Owner is sponsored by Romax Solution. If you're a construction business and you know growth brings a new challenge, finding the right people to keep the projects moving, one missing tradesperson can slow the entire site down. That's where Romax Solutions come in. Romax Solutions is a UK trade and labour agency supplying skilled trades and reliable labour to construction companies that need to scale quickly, fill urgent gaps or support busy projects. So instead of stressing about staffing, you can focus on delivering the job. If you need dependable workers on site, visit romaxsolutions.co.uk to learn more. Romax Solutions, helping construction businesses build, grow and deliver. Thanks. I would just like to add, Danny, who is the founder of Romax, has supported me through my new journey, and I just wanted to say a massive thank you, not only for the sponsor, but for always being you. Thank you. There's one story I'll tell you about. We had a guy called Kevin who worked for us, and we didn't used to trust too many people with the old fuel cards, so we used to meet them in places, or they pay out of their own pocket, and we used to reimburse them. But he was running a bit low, so we met him in Greenwich, and he got out and he said how bad the car was, or the fire engine was. He'll get out, open the door, and this big puff, he looked like a magician, big puff of smoke come out with him, where he was coming through the chassis, and he was coming through the bottom.
Through the gearbox.
Yeah, exactly, and he was like, this thing's going to kill me. And then there's one client said to him, he says, "Cool, it must be rough around your area." And Kev went, "Well, what do you mean by that?" He's like, "Well, you've padlocked your wind twin wipers because they used to come off, so you padlocked them up with padlocks."
Just so it didn't rain.
Exactly, the thing was a death trap, and in the winter it used to freeze inside.
Yeah.
Because there was no heaters.
Yeah.
You know, so you just get by, don't you? It's what it is, isn't it? It's the same thing.
Yeah.
Is it? So when you sit there and obviously you did your first year, and how did obviously you won the colleges?
Yeah.
So
it was up there. I mean, and then we literally, obviously, we had 3 vans.
Yeah.
Then, and they were up there all the time. They were up there, and then I remember the client phoning me up saying, one of your lads has turned up in a pair of denim cut-off shorts, which was Tom as well.
Brilliant.
Right. He can't wear that on site. So I had to phone him up and say, he got to go and find a clothing shop, get some camo trousers or something you can't turn up in Nike Air Maxes and ripped off denim shorts, not like Pat Sharp in the 80s. Do you know what I mean?
Nice.
So so then that really set us up, because I think at the time Kia were the principal contractor. So we used to look after one area, and they were the principal contractor there, and we got on really well with them. And one thing I will say is that we've always done a good job. We've never ripped anyone off. No. We never oversell. So many companies out there that upsell. We're massive, that we don't do that. And people come to us and they're like, "Well, we don't upsell." No, we don't do that. So we got on with them really, really well. And then I think they left and CBRE come in. Yeah. But all the project managers that we work with obviously went on to other sites. So we then started working on other sites in London for them. And then we got on really well with CBRE, and then they left, and another company come in, and then we started doing work for CBRE everywhere.
Right, okay.
And it just grew and grew and grew.
And they're massive, aren't they?
Yeah,
Scary.
yeah.
I did a lot of work for them.
Yeah.
And you're still doing
And
a lot of work for them now?
Not really, no,
No.
because all of these people go elsewhere.
Yeah, of course.
And it is really your relationship with that person, right? Not always we don't do a massive amount of them, but they were really good players.
Yeah,
really good players. You know.
You still doing work for Kia?
Yeah, now and again.
Yeah.
But not so much. We'd probably step the other side of that now, though.
Yeah, of course.
You know, like contracts we have got, we're probably more tier one now.
Yeah.
You know, where we go direct with a lot more people, which is nice.
It's better.
Yeah.
Because it's always that third. You're always the third. It's difficult, isn't it? It dilutes.
Yeah.
We all know that. You know,
Yeah.
we used to do a lot of work for the M&Es, and it was the biggest problem for me. Like, because it'd always be third hand. We'd be the last to know. We'd always be the last to know. Obviously, again, prices. You know, they dilute as well. You know,
I think it goes in big cycles, right? Like these big companies, they want a tier one in, right? And then the tier one's in for 6 or 7 years, and they sit down, we look here at the end of the year, and they go, right, we spent 10 million, or 20 million, 30 million, and they got 10% on this, right? And they're basically a middleman. Right? Why are we doing this? We could be saving X, Y, and Z. Then they go back to using SMEs again. And then somebody else comes in 6 years later and say, I've got a good idea, we should get tier one in. It just seems this cycle that happens.
Yeah,
and they think somebody else thinks that they've reinvented the wheel.
Yeah.
And they haven't. It didn't work 6 years ago. Do you know what I mean?
It's so true.
And it happens all the time.
Yeah, it does. We've seen it. We had the same scenario with Berkeley Homes. It was like we were working through M&E contractors, and then we approached them and said, look, why don't we go direct?
Yeah.
You know, we'll save you. You just got to we'll manage ourselves.
Yeah.
But you've just got to look over our design. That's what you've got to do, really. And it works. You know what I mean? We had a really good relationship with them, and it works when you're direct with them.
Yeah.
Because the problem we had in ours, because we did what we talked about it off air, is that we did a lot of design. Everything was design. The problem is that if everyone puts their shit in before us, it creates a problem with heads. So we have to put more in.
Yeah.
So then the quote that we produce to them then becomes, again, it's diluted because we'll lose out.
Yeah.
We're going to lose out because they're turning around and say, well, you've got a design package, you know,
Yeah.
design and build package. And we go, yeah, but we wouldn't have known this, you know, because we wouldn't have had the drawings for this. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
So it's kind of like everyone puts their shit in before us.
Yeah.
And then we go.
You get collared right at the end.
Yeah.
Right, you've got stuff for it.
Yeah, and I think that's something that I used to hang with the M&Es.
Yeah.
Some are amazing, and then some just don't care about you.
No, and I think I won't mention any names
No, don't. Yeah.
because I don't want to get in trouble, but we've got
Certain company.
yeah, and then and they don't. It's quite obvious they don't really care.
No.
And then we just won a new tender, and we've been up there for all the intro meetings, and it's unbelievable. They're like, they don't want you to fail.
No.
Right? They want everything to be open and transparent. They're saying like, you need to put your rates up a tiny little bit because we want you to go and do a good job.
Yeah.
We want to work together.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, it's just like breath of fresh air.
And they're rare, aren't they?
Yeah, it is, and they're a massive company. You know, it's really, really nice to actually sit down with people who want to work with you, not just throw you under the bus.
I agree. I think it's a big lesson for all these other companies as well. You'll get more value in the long run.
Yeah.
And everyone will make what they're supposed to make. The problem is everyone's cutting and cutting to the bottom. Everyone's cutting to the bottom. It's getting harder in this world now, where everyone is literally cutting prices to get to that, to win that contract. And the problem is that some of it's physically not possible to do for the money that they want it to be done.
Well, no.
Level.
And I mean, we had this with ISG, right? That's a good example.
Yeah.
Big swinging competitions about who wants to get the biggest projects in London. They want their company on the billboard. They're working on 2% margin, right? One thing goes wrong, whole contract's gone, right? And they don't care. Like, they don't care. And they lose money hand over fist.
Yeah.
Just to say, yes, I don't get. They were doing Battersea Power Station, weren't they?
Yes.
And they went, but I mean, they done my mate for a few $100,000, and it's tough.
Yeah.
It's tough to get back from that, right?
We had MJL. MJL were turning over 200 million They reckon they had another 3 next year. The following year, about £300 million worth of work, new work. But their margins were so small, the banks wouldn't lend them the money. So they went out to get a loan. The bank didn't know because they looked at what was coming in and what's going out. What was going out was more than what's coming in.
That's right, yeah.
And we're going, and that's, I think anyone, the moral of the story is basically your margins, right? You're cutting your margins, it's craziness.
Yeah.
There's certain things that you can adjust, but I find it crazy that people will do that just to win the work, and they'll work harder and harder. Look, if it opens a door, that's a different scenario.
Yeah.
You like you said at the beginning, right? You went, yeah, well, you know, when we was talking over there, you said, you know, we've done a job, and then it opened another door, didn't you?
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
That's worth doing.
Yeah.
In my eyes, that's worth doing.
Yeah, we lost. We didn't intentionally lose that job.
No,
but it's ended up being really good at going in our favour.
but you see the bigger picture, didn't you?
But we didn't tell them we lost on it.
No.
We did go back to them asking for a variation
No.
on it. We just swallowed it and hoped that
There's a,
this would be the scenario,
Yeah,
which
there's
played
a-
out, which it has, which is quite nice. You know?
yeah, I think there's scenarios where I've been in the same boat where you go, look, we'll take a hit on this one, but we know that we're going to get. But there was a lot of clients that I did a lot of work for, where they'd sit there and go, at the end of the job, we're not going to pay you 20k or whatever it was, and they go, but we're going to give you the next job, and you go, that's all right.
Yeah.
But how many times are you going to do that to me?
Well, yeah, because if 5 jobs down the line, you're 100 quid out of pocket.
Oh yeah, and I see that a lot.
You don't want to be there, do you?
There's 2 or 3 companies, again, we won't name them, but there is 2 or 3 companies out there, that's what they do.
Yeah.
You know, they know what they're doing.
Yeah, because I mean, you work in a bit of a different
I do,
industry to us. A lot of yours is variations, and we don't really get that too much. You know, we're sort of. It's very rare that we'll come unstuck on a job. You know, we might come unstuck if we haven't realised it's reinforced concrete. You know, or if we've got a massive tank in the middle of London.
Of course.
Right, and then they're 3 days in, and they've made about a 2 centimetre size hole. You know, and then you're like, shit, we're in this one. Right, and then you have to go and speak to the client and go. Like, you don't know, do you?
No.
Like, there are some unforeseen. Well, I don't like doing that. You know, we don't like doing that.
No.
As far as we're concerned, if we put a price in, we put a price in.
Yeah,
That's
I
it.
agree. Yeah.
But there are some circumstances where
Yeah.
it can't really be.
If it's not in your hand, how can it be your fault? You know, your fault.
Yeah.
You can only see what you can see. You know, whatever's put in front of you, you can tend to fall and quote.
Yeah.
If it's for unforeseen situations, it's not in your control. It's got to be an additional. In my eyes, that's how I look at it. And then usually, I'm quite transparent in business, and I want to be transparent with the client. It sounds like you're similar, but I think there's problems is that a lot of the variations in our world was agree just to get it done.
Yeah.
And then at the end of the contract, they'll be like, we're not paying it, and you'll be like, wow. So there's the trust in my world was difficult because you knew at the end of it. I always used to say to them, okay, well that's fine, yeah. If that's the case, then we want it in writing and we want it to be agreed. That's the sum that you're paying.
Yeah.
And they'll go, no. We've put it in writing. We've agreed it. I go, yeah, but you haven't said that you're going to pay that.
Yeah.
You've agreed that you want the extra, the variation. They'll give you a variation of work.
That's it. Yeah.
But you haven't given me a variation and an agreement on that number. No, we can't do that. Why not? And it'll be different contracts that we've signed, and basically they'll tie you up in knots. And by the end of that contract, they'll go, they get the QS out, and they'll be like, yeah, we're not paying that.
It's mad, isn't it? Because my mate's got a really successful dry lining company, and that's how they make their money, and make their money on the variations. So they go in on tight because they know that they'll make all their money on the variations.
Yeah, see, I hate that.
But I don't know how. I mean, I can live with that.
Listen, if it
How
works,
do you know what you're going to make?
brilliant,
It has worked for them, yeah.
But I couldn't think of anything worse. Like that fear of.
You don't know what you're making at the end of it.
Yeah, he must have a good QS.
Yeah, I think it's about 10 good QSs.
Yeah, there we go.
Bent pencils.
So sorry, we divert again. All right, so obviously you've now set up drainage company.
Yeah.
And then the situation is grown.
Yeah.
3 vans on.
Yeah. I mean, it just gradually grows and grows and grows from there, doesn't it?
It does.
Then you've got clients sort of saying, we've got this pump station, can you do it?
Yeah.
You're like, yeah. And then you're subbing it out. and we've always had really good CAFM systems, you know, the geotag timesheets, and you know when the lad's finished. And we've had that from day one, right? Job sheet goes straight to the help desk, which was me and Tom at the time. With the pictures on, photographs on, straight to the client. And then we're working with pump companies. We're getting handwritten job sheets like 2 weeks later, and our clients are like, "Well, where's all the information for the job?" Like, you normally get it to us within 12 hours, and I'm chasing. And in the end, I just said to Tom, "I can't work with these people. I can't do it. Like, we need to set up our own department doing it and manage it all in house." So that's what we've done. Started off with the pumps, and then we got asked to do loads of like fit out stuff. And we started the maintenance one, which no longer exists, but that's another story. And then I'd actually approached. I went to my mate's wedding in Vegas, and chatting to one of his friends who had worked for an asbestos company. We like driving a drunk conversation at a bar in Vegas, and I was like, "You should come and work for us. You should come and work for us." We set up an asbestos division, and he kept threatening. And about 4 years later, he phoned up and just said, "Oh yeah, I'm up for it. Let's do it." So I was like, "All right." So then they come down, the surveyor and the remover. They come down. They're still our partners now, and we set up that part of it, and then we're flying, absolutely flying. And then the old scamdemic. I used to say pandemic. I didn't. I call it something completely different.
I'm with you.
And it completely fucked us.
Did it?
Yeah.
And what changed? Just explain. Like, I suppose the process of what it changed. You know what I mean? Because one minute you're flying.
Yeah, I mean, so we work in the hospitality industry. And schools, universities, offices, shopping centres. You know. And he's sitting on the CV saying, "Stay at home, stay at home." And I'm going, "No, go back to work, go back to work." And you've got someone like Tommy at TW, a very good friend of mine, really good drainage company. We do a lot of work together. He deals in social housing. Right? He had it off.
I bet.
Yeah. Everyone's sitting indoors. Right. Love it. Brilliant. Right. It's great for him. Right. But we were the opposite end of the spectrum. Right. He's probably had his best 2 years. And we're losing 30 grand a month, 40 grand a month, because you've got to think it wasn't, right, everyone's on furlough, brilliant, right, what about the 120 grand a year fleet insurance you're paying?
Exactly.
People don't see that, even when you're going out to do a job, they're going 135 quid, right, they don't see that you're paying that, your public liability insurance. I mean, you asked me what it was, and I didn't even know, I don't know. But then we had offices in Maidstone, 5 grand a month. We've got tankers that we lease, 6 grand a month. You know, and you're doing 30, 40, 50 grand a month, and it's just like flying out.
That's scary.
You know, and unfortunately, all the industries and sectors that we work in were the last ones to go back. Out of everyone, I think we lost like 3 million quid or something like that.
Oh my god! And how did you get through that? I mean.
Fucking, it was hard, man. And I just moved as well. Like,
well, you just moved house.
I just moved to Spain.
Oh, you moved to Spain.
Yeah.
So I remember.
So it was double. That was a double whammy for me as well, because obviously I'd uprooted the kids, put them in school, and my visa in Spain relies on me earning money in this country. Do you know what I mean? I'm not allowed to work out there. So.
No.
So I was thinking, shit, I might have to go back. I'll just pack up and go back and towel in between my legs.
3 million.
Yeah, it's a lot of money, isn't it?
A lot of dough.
And we were in the hole. Rich. Yeah, we were in the hole, massively in the hole. Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't say we were mega cash rich, but we went the other way.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, of course.
And so I remember sitting down with like a liquidator and an FD, consultant FD. We had this like massive table, boardroom of people, and they're like, "You're gonna have to go again. You've got to go again." And we were like, "No way, I'm not doing it. We'll trade our way out of it." And we tried our hardest. Probably for 18 months, and we were just sinking. You know, the more like we just owed so much money to the revenue.
Well, it would not come in quick enough to pay.
We'd like miss our VAT bill by a day, and they charged us 25 grand. like fined us 25 grand by missing it for a day.
Wow.
We paid it in full. You know, it's just a day late.
Just scumbags, mate.
Yeah, and we were just like, we don't know what to do. Like, no, everyone kept saying, all the professionals were saying, you've got to go. And I was like, really don't want to do it.
Yeah, of course.
And we just won a really big contract with a really big company in the like entertainment industry.
Yeah.
And I was like, shit, they're not gonna suffer this. Like, you can't, because you know, you fill out a PQQ, like, have you ever been in liquidation? Like, it looks dirty, doesn't it?
Yeah,
like,
does,
and it wasn't our fault.
But if you could write it down on a page for them and tell them why, it don't look so dirty, does it? But they don't ask those questions.
No, they just say that's happened.
Yeah, they do.
Anyway, we had to do it, and I made deals with anyone that was like us, that was sort of small companies that we owed money to. I just picked the phone up and just said to them, look, we'll pay you your money back over the next year or so.
Yeah.
I'm happy to pay on pro forma for anything, and we'll give you $1,000 a month or whatever until we paid you back.
Not many
we
people
don't
do that,
Well, don't, and I had people like in complete shock, saying like, no one ever does this.
No.
And I was like, we need these accounts. Like, you know, it's like we had this conversation earlier.
Yeah.
You can't. You've got boosters there.
Yeah.
It's 25 grand.
You got to pay that up front.
You've got to pay up front. Yeah, you need to use your account.
You've got no credit.
No.
Well, once you go, you've got no credit, have you?
No, nothing.
You've got to start all over again.
So, I mean, we were quite lucky the way we'd done it. I won't go into too much detail, but the way we'd done it, we sort of used a company to buy out in a free pack,
Yeah.
which had sort of 3 years trading history. And then the new client that we had, like, it all happened right as we were starting a new contract. And I just phoned him up and went, look, I'm going to be completely honest with you.
Yeah.
This has happened. I don't know what you want to do. And he went, it's too late now, isn't it? We said, like, we're supposed to be starting next week. You're just going to have to get on with it.
Amazing.
Yeah. And then it was just like weight lifted off your shoulders, because then you're back on this like trajectory, just out again, flying again. Clean. Yeah.
Yeah, that must.
Yeah. Starting. Don't get me wrong. It's cost me and Tom like a lot of money.
Yeah.
You know,
Of course it did,
like we had a couple of lines. We had PGs on that.
Yeah.
They want that money back.
Yeah.
You know, like, they want it back.
What was it like, mate? Like I've never been close to it, but
It was horrendous.
yeah, and your health and your mental.
Yeah.
What's that?
I mean, it was horrendous, and I'm quite a mentally strong person.
Yeah, you are, yeah.
I don't really get stressed about anything. And me and Tom got this saying that if it's out of our control, it's out of your control. You've got to let it go.
That's it.
But you've got 50, 60 people that you're paying their mortgages every month. You know, and I've had to sit down with everyone and explain to them what was going on, and that no one was going to lose their jobs, and we'd managed to sort of scrape our way through it. You know, don't forget, like, we've not taken money now for like 8 months.
No.
Well, I've not paid ourselves for 8 months in this period.
How do you survive?
Yeah, and I'm on the buns of my arse now as well, because I like spending money.
Yeah.
And I don't.
That's fair enough.
I haven't got £1 million in the bank.
No,
I mean,
you like spending money.
I like,
Nothing wrong with that.
No, I go on holidays.
Yeah.
Buy cars and So you sort of start your savings start disappearing.
Yeah, of course.
And I'm just like mentally like tough place to be.
Yeah.
But we just got our heads down, and we got through it, paid everyone back that we could.
Yeah, amazing.
And come out the other side. And even now, I mean, that was pushing 5 years ago, I think now. Was it 5 years ago? 4 years ago. 4 years ago. And even now, you're applying for stuff.
Yeah.
It's still on there.
Is it?
Yeah, it's still on there. They're not happy about it. They're not happy. But I think a lot of people went, didn't they?
Yeah.
That time.
Yeah.
A lot of people went under. Loads of people that went.
Do you know what? It was overnight, experience-wise, and like we'd never seen anything like it.
No.
It was like, I remember the board ringing us up. We had a big, and it was like, an hour directors on this call, and they were like, "We're going to carry on," and we were like, "Yeah," because in our industry we were life safety.
Yeah.
We're like, brilliant.
And you've had the Grenfell thing at that time already, yeah?
Yeah.
So it's in the spotlight, isn't it?
Yeah, and we're doing that now. So since the Grenfell situation, we started. The sprinklers weren't frowned upon. No one wanted sprinklers because it was an extra, so it cost more money in the premises. But Grenfell did that.
Yeah.
All those people dying was awful. But it started to
Got
make
safety
people
on the
aware.
right side, didn't it? Yeah.
But what happened is they were literally like, we had this phone call like, all systems ahead, like boom. But the problem is, it wasn't down to the group saying all systems go. It was down to the sites being open. They closed. They literally went bang, 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 and they all closed. And we were like, and then I remember speaking to the two directors at the time, and CEO, sorry, and I said, look, we have to carry on. We're life safety. We're gonna go out there. We'll do service and maintenance, and we just won Victoria Coach Station.
Yeah.
And the best part about that was there was no coach.
No one in there.
Yeah. So we had it was just over £1 million contract, and it kept us making money.
Yeah.
It was the only thing. It was like a shining beacon, like throughout the whole thing. We had people on furlough, but it was just awful. So I completely understand how bad it was.
I mean, we just pitched ourselves in the worst possible industries to look after, really.
Yeah.
Because the good thing about drainage is it's a bit like the Undertaker, isn't it? Like, it's always there.
It's always there.
But it's not. It's pretty recession-proof as such.
Yeah.
But it wasn't that proof.
No.
It wasn't everyone.
We changed your model.
Proof. Yeah, we have. Yeah, and we've. It's really difficult because going back to Tommy again, he does it really well. What he does with the social housing contracts, it's not like what we're used to.
No.
They work off that national schedule of rates.
Yeah.
You've got a tier one in there that's nicking 10%, 8%, and all that lot, and it's an industry in itself, like doing that, and he's done really well with it. And I don't really want to venture into that world too much. No. Because it's hard work. Yeah, it's really hard work. And you've got to play the game.
Yeah.
But we have repositioned ourselves in other areas that like in the nuclear sector.
Yeah, that's
in Cumbria. Yeah, so we're doing a lot up there now. So it's mad, really. It's sort of it just teaches you a lot, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
You learn a lot because you just think you're flying, and listen, we wasted a lot. Mate, we wasted a lot of money doing a lot of stupid things. You know, it's like you go to pool parties.
Because you think the pot's never going to end.
No, and now it's like we're like, right, now I'm just doing that.
Listen, and I think
£30 for a bottle of wine.
Yeah, you're joking, mate. Yeah. We all know what we're paying for Grey Goose, right?
Right.
It must have been holy water. But the failure that you've had, you've learned. And I think we talk about this with a lot of our guests, and I talk about the failures are really important. I think they're really important because you'd never be that person that now goes, well, hold up, you're frivolous at one point, and then suddenly you become like, hold up, a bit more wise to the.
Yeah, and I mean, like you're saying about the mental health side of it, it was awful because I was in Spain, Tom was here.
Yeah.
Then our role partner, we'd sort of. He'd gone out to do his own thing, back to do what he used to do. He's like a commercial manager. He's really good at it, and like he earns good money. So he'd gone back doing that. And Tom was here, so he must have felt like that he had it all over him.
Yeah, cool.
I was the opposite. I was like, I need to be there.
Yeah.
But the kids are young. We've just moved countries. I'm like, listen, it's 2 hours away. Right? It's not too far.
No.
I took them for all the time.
Yeah.
It's quicker than getting to Manchester from here. It was bad.
I was about to say.
But probably worse for Tom.
Yeah.
Probably worse for Tom.
There's a lot.
He was living it in real life. Yeah.
Yeah, it's awful. There's a lot of people that are not as strong as you, and we do talk about mental health quite a bit. And recently we've lost someone to mental health, and it's awful. You know him as well as I do, and what he went through.
Very sad.
Very sad.
Yeah.
And very much missed. But that's the effects that going under or
exactly the same. Yeah, that's it, right?
And it really does. People don't know how hard it is. And I speak about this because there's a lot of people that can't deal with that side of it. And
I mean, I was very much like, right, we've got no choice. This has got to work. We haven't come this far to let it go. No, and we've got all these, like I said earlier, we've got all these people. We've paid their wages.
Yeah. That's amazing.
Like we've got to make it work. We've got to do what we've got to do, and it is like you don't take any money yourself.
No,
you don't pay yourself, and all the good stuff goes.
That's it.
The cars go.
That's it.
Yeah, everything goes. Yeah.
Not many people are like that.
You've got to be, don't you? You've got to get your nut back down.
You've got to look in the mirror and go, it's the right thing to do as right.
Yeah.
And you've got to be able to look at yourself every morning and go,
Yeah.
I ain't a bad person.
Listen, no one can say that we've done that to get ourselves in a better position. No. Because we didn't.
No.
It cost us a fortune.
There's no sense behind it.
No, it cost us an absolute fortune.
Yeah.
No.
And anyone that does it, again, listen, there's a lot of people out there, that will sit on their perch and wait for you to fail.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, people loved it.
Oh no,
People
and they
loved
were
it.
clapping. Look, this podcast, I kind of like talking about this bit actually because I really do like talking about this. Is there's a lot of people that I've grown up with that will sit on their perch and wait for me to fail.
Yeah, of course.
And go, look at that prick on podcast.
Yeah.
And
that's human nature, right?
That determines me to be better than I was before. And I think where you're coming from is that you're not going to fail. You don't want to fail. It was never in your intentions to fold a business.
No.
All you've done is work hard. Yeah. And
It's
build something.
just circumstantial, right? And it's just unfortunate.
Yeah.
Give me 2 seconds of your time. Again, thank you for your help. This really makes a big difference and truly can't be done without you. I've been overwhelmed by the support given so far. Please, if I can ask one thing, is to follow and share. We all know mental health is a massive part in all of our lives, and I know most of you have probably had to deal with it in your own lives. I just wanted to reach out to you, the audience, to make sure we all have a part to play in the following statement. Grief and pain are heavy, and sometimes it feels like you're on your own, but you're not. If you're struggling, please know there are people out there that care and want to listen. Opening up isn't easy, but talking can help. You really matter. Your feelings matter. Reach out, whether it's a friend, a family, or a support line. Let's break the silence around mental health. You're not alone, and together we can get through this. I would also like to add, think about what you say to others because it can truly have an effect on their well-being. Social media platforms must do better to protect the vulnerability of people's mental health. If you can take anything out of today, please be better. It's nice to be nice. Thank you.
It can't, and it annoys me now because I look back. You can delete this if you want.
No.
I look back at these messages between Boris Johnson and the other helmet, and they're like saying, it was in the Telegraph when they're saying like we need to make sure there's another strain, keep people in for a bit longer. And I was thinking, you ruin people's lives. Like, people kill themselves over this. Do you know what I mean? People lost businesses, killed themselves. People killed themselves over being alone. You know, listen, I lived when the first lockdown. I lived in quite a nice house with a massive garden, right, with a couple of acres. Right. So it was all right. I was out with my kids, like jogging around the garden, running around the garden, and you know the kids are out on their push bikes, and you've got people living in one-bedroom apartments in London. What the fuck would they do it? Like,
and this is what we talk about, the abuse side of it, and the kids that go to school just to have a meal. Now we're lucky, very similar to yourself, but everything stopped. So interaction for our kids, right? It changed the dynamics of my daughter. Because they get suppressed. People need people. So suddenly they're being told that they can't go to school.
Listen, I'm not saying it didn't exist, right? And I'm not saying that it wasn't a thing, because it was, right? And,
of course.
and people died from it, right? I completely get that, but in my opinion, there's something else at play as well around it. And I'm not one to go down conspiracy theory rabbit holes at all, but I think there's something else at play. And whatever it was, I don't know. I doubt we ever will, not in our lifetime. But it pisses me off when I think about it, and it pisses me off, like you're saying about the kids and what impact it's had on those kids, especially kids even younger. I mean, I think the boys were like 7 or something, 7 and 8 or something like that. So they'd already been to school and they was off school, and they just thought it was brilliant. Like, we've got an extended holiday. I think there's kids that were maybe 2 or 3. That then didn't interact with any other kids. I mean, I was a bit like, well, I don't really care. I have people around the house all the time.
To be fair, we didn't give a shit either. I mean, it was a joke. I was skipping. Do you remember those moments where you weren't allowed to go into different parts of the country? I was skipping in London all the time and getting called for it. But
Yeah, because we had drainage. We were like,
Yeah,
we had the
card
yeah,
as
the
well.
card thing you could
But
go around.
yeah, I mean, when you look back at it, and if someone said to you from outer space, come and sat down here now, and went, well, this is what's going to happen.
Yeah.
This is, you'd laugh at them, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Right? But we all nodded, and well, there's a lot of us that didn't,
Yeah.
but there's a majority of us nodded, and we all went with it. And the detrimental to that is businesses,
Yeah.
people's mental state, you know, and
It was tough, wasn't it?
yeah, and we've gone
was tough.
backwards as a country.
Yeah.
I think that's a big thing.
I mean, it's just. I mean, the country's just a shit show in it anyway.
Absolutely shit.
I told you I come on social media because I was just
Yeah.
getting the hump with everything that I was reading, and I said it's no good for me. It's no good for my mental well-being. Getting the hump all the time about stuff I can't control. We've had this conversation already,
Yeah,
right? And then yesterday or the day before, someone sent me a WhatsApp saying that this is the first time ever that people are claiming more money than the government are taking income
Yeah, I
tax.
see this. Yeah.
It's gone the other way.
Dex sent it to me.
How's it got? Right, it's just nuts.
It's gone.
Yeah, and you're never going to get it
You're
back.
never going to
No.
get it. No, I don't think there's any way of getting it back. I think
No.
what we were good at, we're no longer great at, and I think the country as a whole is a cesspit at the moment.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't see it changing. I fear for my kids.
I mean, this is why I got out, you know?
Yeah.
Like, people think you just moved to Spain for the sun. Yeah, right, it's nice. But I just sat there 5 years ago and was like, this is not where I want to be, where I want the kids growing up. I mean, it's not bad around here, is it? It's all right around here, but
around here is fine.
they're
but-
still going to go into London,
Yeah, of
you know?
course.
And I was like, I don't want that. And it's so much safer where I live. Like, my 14-year-old goes out till 11 o'clock at night,
Do you know what?
you know?
And that's what I love. Round here now, the problem is Beerstead's nice. Maidstone's an absolute shithole. So they've moved all of Lewisham homes. They've moved all the homes, like the councils, into Maidstone. So we're one of.
Yeah.
So they've moved them all in. So it's changed the dynamics in Maidstone. Maidstone don't feel safe anymore. You know. So it has changed for us. Like for
It's
us.
mad, though, isn't it? Because when I grew up in Chatham,
Yeah.
and Maidstone's always a nice place to go.
It's not anymore.
Yeah.
You stabbings every other week.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's really bad.
That's it, yeah.
Honestly, it's really bad. We had. Where did we have this? You never thought Whitstable. Right?
Yeah.
Whitstable's beautiful.
Yeah, it's,
two
yeah.
kids stabbing
Yeah,
each
I've
other.
got
a
few
couple of
mates
weeks
that
ago.
live down there, yeah.
2 weeks ago, 2 kids stabbing. Well, a load of kids stabbing each other. I mean,
Yeah.
we're in this place where I don't know how we're going to get out.
No.
And I don't think we are. So I think, like you said, I think you've done the right thing. My view on it is the same view as yours.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I mean, I don't know how long it'll last for where I am. But, it's a hard one, isn't it? And the kids. I was talking to my wife about this the other day, and I said I don't really think the kids appreciate what an amazing opportunity they've got living where they live, because it's just what they.
Do they love it?
Yeah, they love it. Yeah, but it's just there, right? It's just where they live.
Yeah.
And I don't think they can really remember living here.
No.
So I don't think they're going to appreciate it until they're older.
No, of course.
And when they look back on it. But then you've got other problems of like, what do you do? Like when you're 18. Yeah, it's not like it is here.
Is it not?
No, you can't just go out and get like, I could, if I was here, I could phone you up
Yeah.
and go, right, my boy wants to do get in the fire industry.
Yeah.
I can phone Deck up.
Yeah.
And say he wants to come.
Yeah.
I've got 50 people
Yeah, of course.
that I could get my son into work for. Yeah. That doesn't exist there.
No.
You know, it's
And you
all tourists as well.
Is it?
There's tourism-based industry.
Yeah.
Right?
It's network based as well, whereas
Yeah.
what I mean is here you've got a big network.
Yeah, absolutely.
Out there it's
But
more
there,
focused.
everyone lives there, but their main source of income is probably from their own countries, wherever they're
Really?
from. Yeah. I mean, it's great for the kids because
Yeah, of course.
they're at school with Russian kids and French kids and
Yeah,
Dutch kids,
yeah,
and
wow.
you know, they're all these different religions and
Are they private schools?
yeah.
Yeah. And what
Yeah.
made you do that? Was there a reason behind it?
Because the kids didn't know enough Spanish. If it had been 5 years before,
Okay.
I'd put them in Spanish school.
Would you?
I was just concerned that they might miss a year or two
Yeah, of
while they learn Spanish. Yeah, but they're at an international school. And believe it or not, I think it's crazy, but a lot of people want their kids to have an English education. So they're an English international school, and there's not many English kids there.
I find that fascinating.
Yeah.
Do you know, I was actually having my eyes test the other day, and I was talking to a young lady. She's from I think she was from India, and
and she was like, everyone wants to be educated in
Yeah.
England, and I'm like, we're backwards.
Yeah.
We're there's other countries overtaking us, and also, again, fitting in the pen. If you don't fit in that pen, but they look.
Well, yeah, we had this conversation at Christmas, didn't we, about this structure, and my wife don't agree with me because she used to be a teacher.
Yeah, of course.
Or is a teacher, used to be a teacher. You've got this fixed curriculum,
Yeah.
right, and nothing outside of that. So you've got nothing if someone's a bit more arty or someone's a bit more mechanical, and they are still learning the same shit that we learn when we were like about Henry VIII.
I know. Beth. She's reading Macbeth.
They're just flooding their minds with useless shit. They do that enough of that watching TikTok, right?
Yeah.
So, well, they don't need to know that, do they?
No.
They don't. I mean, it's a classic conversation that I have all the time. They don't teach them anything they need to know about the real world.
Nothing. They don't teach them about a payslip. I swear about this the other day. I'm like,
Mortgage rates,
mortgage
interest rates.
Yeah. Or where to invest.
Yeah.
They don't want them to invest.
No, of course they don't.
They don't want them to know. They don't know. They don't want to know what we know.
Well, everyone 9 to 5, don't they?
Yeah, I feel like I try to educate my kids as much as I can, but school has a big part to play.
Yeah.
They believe, look, like my youngest, she's like hates school.
Yeah.
She's clever, but she hates school. Because they probably let her down, if I'm honest. Again, so I think the system's archaic. How can you go I don't know how many, 5-6 years at senior, and then have to sit in this major exam?
Yeah.
And the pressure's on them to get this right.
And they flipped it around again now. My wife was telling me that, I mean, when we was at school, it was quite half and half, coursework and exam.
Yeah.
I think it's flipped right around to all exam nearly now.
Yeah, pretty much. She's got
Right.
a couple that are not. But
Yeah, which is terrible for someone like my son's got dyslexia, who gets in, and I know what it's like because I get like it. You get in that bit of paper,
that's awful.
your brain goes.
That's awful.
There's nothing, is there? Like write a 20 page,
No
200,
chance.
2,000 word essay or what?
No, thank you.
Yeah, like your brain goes, right?
Yeah.
So, again, it's going back to like the old SME and Tier 1 thing, isn't it? They change it. It's a cycle. Like to me, if you've got half coursework and half exams, at least if you're not any good at exams, you can fall back a bit on the grade of your coursework, right? And then people that don't like exams just completely buckle, and then the rest of their lives down on some crap exams that they've done.
And they still ask for them on CVs and things like that. Or what,
Yeah.
what's
Do they still do? I mean, I think I've not applied for. I mean, I'd love to dig out an old CV just to see what I actually did get at school.
They ask
It's
you,
probably bullshit
what's
on
your
that.
education? Yeah, what's your education?
Probably lied on that.
Yeah. To be fair, I mean, I sit there. I've done a CV recently, to be fair, and it's like education. I was ungraded for everything, so I literally left with no. Well, I actually done my mocks and left, so I didn't do my GCSEs and school.
Right,
I just
okay.
left. I was like, I'm never gonna. I am severely dyslexic, severely ADHD. I didn't know what ADHD was back then. I just thought they were voices. And I just literally was like, there's not a chance I'm going to get... I remember everything was ungraded.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm not meant for school. And my mum said, get a job. You've got to get a job. So I went and got a job. And that was the end of it. So the problem is, if you don't fit in that pen, it's literally, you're a bit of an outcast or something. You know what I mean? And my eldest has been to university and she's got firsts and all sorts. And she's been... Last year she got told she was dyslexic, so
amazing.
So she's gone through.
She's
all
gone
this.
through all of that. Hasn't
Yeah, she's gone through all this, and she's done it on her own. And even now, they're not the most supportive.
No.
It's crazy. Even at university, they're not supportive.
Well, yeah, but it surprises me because when you look at the spectrum now, and what variants there are of it, there's got to be more people with variants of stuff on the spectrum than people without it. Surely.
I think one out of all my interviews are not on the spectrum.
Yeah.
One, and I'm debating whether he was or not.
Yeah.
But we're
Yeah. I mean, I send an email and I get horrified. I mean, I send it, and I've read through it 5 times, and then when they reply to me, I'll read it again. I think, oh, fuck me, there's loads of words missing.
yeah. Same as me.
And I'm like, I've read it 5 times, and I'm terrible for reading emails as well. I skim, and then I don't take the purpose of it. I don't take that in at all. and I'll just delete it. And then I get someone phoning up and they're like, what was that all about? And I'm like, oh, well, I don't know. I thought it was nothing. And you go back and read it again, there's loads of important information in there. So it's hard work. I mean, I've never even been diagnosed with anything, but
No.
I definitely think with my son going through it, I can say, right, I'm like that. And it's mad. My mum come over a little while ago and she gave me all my school reports, and it's literally identical to his.
Really?
Yeah, literally identical word for word. Distracts other people. Like, is quite intelligent but lacks focus. You know, can't concentrate. There's like word for word.
But you think they'd pick up on it as well, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I mean, well, they know. I mean, he's diagnosed.
Yeah.
I mean, so they know. But
And what does he get any special?
I think he gets 20 minutes. Because after we spoke, and I said to you, I'm going to get him tested for like ADD, didn't I? Because I was like, he's got no. You went and had the test. I was like, no, there's nothing wrong with him.
Shut up.
No.
Shut up. Did you have it in Spain?
Did it in Spain.
Yeah.
I paid for it private.
Yeah, we did over here. We only
Yeah, but there's nothing wrong with him. Obviously, he's got dyslexia. I mean, he's definitely not got that.
No.
Yeah, and you're like,
How
really?
funny is that?
Really?
Yeah.
Like, he's sitting there doing his homework, and you look away, and look back, and he's cuddling the dog on the floor. Like, it's nuts.
Do you know what? It's so funny. I was talking to Lee Spiller at the gym the other day, and we were talking away. And I don't know if I told you this, but we were talking away, and we were talking about the podcast.
Yeah, it was good. That was.
Yeah.
It was good, lad, Lee.
And then he went, yeah. Love those trainers.
Yeah.
Where'd you get those trainers? Next week we're talking about my trainers, and then we're back, and then Rocky come over and went, can't wait to see this podcast.
Yeah.
Because he's got it and I've got it, and I even when you were talking, my brain's going, where next?
100 miles an hour.
You can't slow down, and my daughter's been diagnosed, and to be fair to her, she's better with it.
Yeah.
So she understands there is something there. She's better with it, but it's been difficult because the school has been terrible, and I'm going to say that the school has been awful with it. Like, really let her down. Both of my daughters, to be fair, they kept telling Lily that she was never doing enough.
Yeah.
But she was severely dyslexic, and my youngest, they may out. Like, so basically, you're supposed to be able to give them certain exams. They can put them in their own rooms. So there's no.
That's what he does. That's what he has.
They're not doing that with her.
Yeah, and he gets 20 minutes,
Yeah.
and I think I don't think he can use a computer now because his class is cheating, isn't it? But he can use a computer in lessons to help him.
That's it.
I know what he's doing because I've got this thing on him that I can track what he's doing on his computer.
Oh, right.
So he's in a lesson and he's got this like stockbroking, like forex trading thing going. I can see it. I can see what he's doing. He's not even listening.
He's not paying attention.
No, he's doing some
But you know he's
some
learning.
forex trading thing. Yeah.
I was about to say probably a better way.
Well, it's better than learning about Henry VIII's wives, isn't it? Like, I suppose if you look at it like that.
I said the same to my daughter the other day. I went to parents' evening and I was like, "You're learning what I learned."
Yeah.
You know why?
Yeah, it's nuts.
It's crazy, but yeah, I think the schooling and the system. I don't believe in it. I think we both agree.
Yeah.
That it's massively archaic.
And like I said earlier, it doesn't define your life, right? I mean, look, we're both very good examples there.
Yeah.
Both left school with pretty much nothing, wasn't guided into any further education, scrambled our way through, tried a load of different things.
Yeah, 100%.
And you just take opportunities as they come.
You do.
And this is why a lot of people would be worried about my son leaving school next year with nothing to do. I'm not worried at all.
No.
He's going to be absolutely fine.
Of course he is.
He's going to find his way. Well, if that means coming back here, because he's got to come back here, that's what he left to do.
Yeah.
I don't know if that'd be the case or not,
Illiterate.
but I'll worry about that at the time.
Yeah.
Worry
I'm
about
the
it at
same.
time. No, there's no point worrying about it now, is there?
No, I talk to my daughters about it. My eldest is very structured. She's going to go into next year. She leaves university. She's going to be a teacher.
I would say.
I'd advise her not. And
Yeah.
She knows that my feelings are. It's hard.
Yeah. Don't get paid a lot to do it.
Don't get. And the first year, thanks to the government, she has to pay $8,000.
No.
Yeah, and don't get a wage.
Really?
Yeah, so she's got to do a year and pay.
Why her interest is going up when uni like?
Yeah, lovely, innit?
Yeah.
So thank you again.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't pay enough taxes as it is.
No,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
So, but I think she wants to go down that road. And my youngest wants to be a
lawyer.
Yeah.
Which is I highly advise her.
Yeah.
I'll probably need it,
Yeah.
but I think it's difficult. Like there is the only thing I'd say about this country is opportunities for them. There is opportunities, but they're becoming less and less and less.
Yeah.
So I think
It's tough. You talk about law. So my daughter's boyfriend, he studied law, and then after you've got your degree, you have to get a placement.
Yeah.
Or you have to pay
You do.
30 grand for the next thing. And if you get a placement, the company pays for it. Well, there's thousands of kids coming out of different universities across the country that all want this placement. So he's gone there, and he's just got a really good job working for like a private weapons company.
oh wow.
A bit like, War Dogs, the film.
Yeah,
War Dogs, really,
yeah,
like private
exactly.
weapons company, sell it to like Saudis and hopefully not too much to Iran. But so he's not doing anything law. No, it's because he couldn't.
He couldn't.
No, because he didn't have the
That's
30 grand.
crazy.
And that next step isn't quite there.
That's a shame, isn't it? I mean, to be fair, I didn't know that. I mean, like I say, I think she's got her heart on it. I said to her, for me, I don't think she's meant to be at school.
Yeah.
You know, she hates it. And she goes in every day. She's like, I hate it, Dad. So we're talking to her at this point in time to say, you know, what's right for her. I will never sway her. They're going to be what they're going to be. Bit like your son, like, you know, you're a bit like your kids. You'll have a conversation with them, but I'll never sway them.
No.
You know, it's. I think we talk about like the way I was brought up, and probably similar to yourself. You know, your parents didn't have a lot of money. That I always found out the hard way. Like, you know, and I've tried to protect my kids not to find that way. That kind of. And
It's hard, isn't it?
It's very hard.
Yeah.
Because I don't think it's the right thing to do. But I don't also want them to see what I had. So I kind of go, right.
Well, it'd be impossible, wouldn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
Like for me,
Yeah.
I'd have to have my kids running around the toes hanging at the trainers. Like,
Exactly.
like super glue the soul back on.
Yeah, but it's true though, isn't it?
Yeah.
And
No, you can't. It's impossible, and it's so tough because we live in a world where I don't spoil my kids, and my kids are really good. Like my daughter's had a bit of a different upbringing because when she was younger, I didn't probably have the money that we've got now. You know, the boys have got it slightly different, but they don't come to me and go, "I want a new pair of trainers," because they're new out. They don't come to me and go, "I want this, I want PlayStation, I want this game, I want that game." They don't. They don't ask me for anything. If they buy something, they buy something out of their money that they've been given for Christmas or birthday, and they're pretty good. They save it. The oldest one's always got some deal on the go. He's buying something and selling it, so he's always got a bit of money tucked away. But they've got everything. They've got everything.
Yeah.
But I don't. On the same note, I still don't spoil them. So it's difficult, isn't it? Because
It really is difficult.
because like iPhones, for example.
Yeah.
They have my old iPhones, yeah? So when I get a new one, they have the old ones. Yeah. They don't say to me, I want the new iPhone 17 in September. They're walking around with one that's 4 or 5 years old. But they're happy with that.
Yeah, that's good.
You know?
That's the best way.
But I don't know what more you can do.
I don't know if there's a right or wrong way, and I go through it quite a lot with myself because my girls don't want for nothing.
No.
You know, and again, very similar to you, really. You know, I don't go out my way. They don't ask for nothing. You know, but then I feel guilty because I have everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We live good lives, don't we? And we live a good life, and we got.
Yeah, we've heard it, haven't we?
We have heard it, and I think to myself. So I had the guilt on me. I play the guilt on me. So they probably are a little bit spoiled. But I also then sit there and go, you know, I'm quite strict with them in certain contexts because they're girls.
Yeah.
You know, I want to mean that at certain times. I don't like them doing this, and I don't like them doing that when they were, you know, the eldest is an adult now. But I think when I was young, you know, I never had any of that. It was fucking get on with it, and you know.
Do you not think it's mad though? I was thinking about this the other day. I was just sitting down and I was thinking about myself, looking back at myself as like I don't know, like a 5-year-old. Yeah. Wandering around in my mum and dad's garden with absolutely nothing. Right? Nothing at all. Yeah. And then you look to where you've come to and what you've got and everything you've done on the way without, I've not really had any guidance from anyone.
No.
Like, my dad just done a 9 to 5 and that was it. So he's never had his own businesses or anything like that. When I tell my mum about like what we're doing and what we're up to, you can see the horror in her face. She's like, right, how can you live your life? Like, with all this stress. I'm like, isn't it? It's stress. No, it's just, it's what we do. So I've never really had any guidance, and I just think like, it's mad how you get from that to where we are now.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
I don't ever
Just-
reflect on it, and I think
Yeah.
that you have. That's
Just
really
getting it on
good.
the way, like
Yeah,
all them
yeah.
little decisions you're making, the bad decisions, the good decisions, and things you learn, and
Do you think you've done so well because of that? Because of you never had
the drive, 100%.
you never want to be like there's no disrespect to my parents or yours, but I never wanted to be like that.
No, and my wife always says this about the boys. She's like, and like Lauren's really good. She's got a lot of drive, you know. She wants to, like, she's 25. Like, she's talking about having kids and that. She's like, I don't want to have kids yet. I want to succeed. I want to do what I want to do first, and I'm going to have kids when I'm ready to have kids. Like, brilliant. And then my wife's always on about the boys, like, are they going to have the same drive as you because of the upbringing they've had? And I'm a bit like, I don't know, but like, what can you do? Like, they're just living in a world that they live in.
Yeah, you got to wait.
Like, they're not out on a yacht every day.
No.
Like some of their mates, at school, like the school that they're at, it's nuts. Like, yeah, like Lizzie's up doing a little VW Tiger, or whatever it's called, and there's like Lambos and G wagons parking. It's nuts.
Wow.
Yeah, and their mates are wearing like Rolexes to school, and like it's another world. So my kids they're not. Hopefully that's their drive.
Yes, yeah.
Hopefully that's their drive.
That's it.
That they want Pepe's dad's Lambo.
You mate, listen, that ain't a bad drive, right? Like, you know, and I think that like can reflect again on that is that for me, I never had anything. So my biggest fear is not to have anything.
Yeah.
I think that's what drives me. It gives me my kids not to have stability, home, all the things that come in.
Well, I'm telling you now, when you've had it and then you nearly lose
Exactly.
it, mate, that's another level of appreciation.
Yeah, I bet.
And that does give you another kick in the arse
It
to,
really
to
does,
drive yourself back on again. Because that is, you're
Fair
then,
play.
you're like that. Oh. What do I do? Say KD goes under tomorrow. What do I do? There's nothing to fall back on, is there?
No.
I'm not going back to the repairing computers. The city's never, they're not taking me back. I don't know if I've lied about my GCSEs.
I don't think they do discs anymore. But you're right. It's when we talk to people, like I found myself in a bit of a situation where my company did go under.
Yeah.
But I'm out of work.
Yeah.
Because I have a non-compete on me, and it's quite scary because you still got to live. You still have a way of living. You know, all right, I've got some money in the bank, but it ain't forever money.
No, that's right.
And I sit there going, oh well, I could do this, I could do that, and
Well, that's what I messaged you, didn't I?
You did.
I messaged you and just said, mate, if you're bored,
I know,
and you want to come,
and do you know what?
Just jump on. Because I was not about the money.
No, it's
more about your boredom.
I know, and it was a pure help, and I really
Yeah.
appreciate it. And to be fair, the podcast didn't come in, and I've never been so busy.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what to do when I've actually
We were
got a real
talking
job.
Christmas, weren't we, about how you could make a day last.
I know.
And it goes like that, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You've not really done anything.
But I get friends ring me up, right, and they're like, "Can you do that?" I'm like, "Busy." You ain't got a job. They're like, "Yeah, but I am." Like, now I've created obviously this, and obviously I've got other things in the background. It takes up most of my time.
Yeah.
It's mad, isn't it? Like yourself, you no disrespect, you're not at work every day, are you?
No, I mean, I do spend a few hours in my little office. Like a few days a week, I'm quite busy all day.
Yeah.
Or I won't say I do too much on a Friday anymore.
Nice.
But
You've created that, though.
yeah, but I like going back to that whole thing about working from home. I said to Liz the other week, I said I feel like I need to get a serviced office somewhere, just so that I'm out and I will go up the driving range every day.
Yeah, nice.
At 12 o'clock to get out. I'll get up and go to the gym
I
every
was about to
morning.
say, you go to the gym.
Every single morning.
Yeah. That's good.
Going to a driving range. Well, it's brilliant, isn't it? I always do a weight session and I try and do 8 to 10 3-minute rounds on the punch bag every morning. And then that's it. You're ready to go. You're fired up.
Yeah, brilliant.
And then I always go to the driving range to get out. And then when the evening comes, your dad taxied and then
of course.
football training, back up the driving range and, like, all over the place, running the kids around. So, listen, I've got a brilliant life. I must admit, like, Tom's been wicked. Like, he was very much. We actually lived together for a few months in Spain when the lockdowns were going on, and it was all open over there, and everything was shut in the UK. It was just like, I'm not going back. We were playing golf every day and going out to restaurants.
Yeah, nice.
He lived with me for a few months. We lived together for a few months. When I said I was thinking about it, he said, "Do it." Like I saw, I could see the difference in the kids, in their mental psyche. Yeah, I could see the difference when we were there that 3 months. How different they were being out,
I agree.
being down the beach every night after school.
Yeah.
And I couldn't have done it without him, really. Do you know what I mean? He supported me all the way through it. So
And
fair play to him.
And to be fair, I was going to ask you that question. Obviously, people that you like to thank, and with your journey, you know, it's you do meet some, don't you, on that journey?
Yeah, I mean, definitely Liz for putting up with all the shit that I put her through. Because I'm just a bit mad.
Yeah.
And I'm like, we're going to do this, we're doing that.
Yeah.
We're doing, we set this thing up in Dubai. This AI stuff in Dubai.
Yeah.
And I'm out there coming back, and she doesn't ever say anything, do you know what I mean? She's like...
Is that still going now?
Yeah, it's all right, yeah.
Yeah,
it's going all right,
so,
yeah. Yeah.
And what's that?
So, I mean, it all started off with doing sort of marketing stuff. We pushed that to a side a little bit now. We're doing a few bigger projects. I know
nice.
Beck was looking the other day for trying to improve workflows within his business.
Yeah.
So we're doing stuff like that with a few companies. And he has gone all right. It's just something nice to talk about.
Yeah,
rather than talk, like, when you're... Listen, right, if I'm in Miami in a bar, yeah, and someone says, what do you do? A drainage company in Kent is a shit subject to talk about. Excuse the pun.
Literally, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It gives you something else to talk about. It's quite nice to talk about something. And you can talk to anyone about it, right? And people find it quite interesting because it's quite new. So, so going back, so Liz, she's been a superstar really, because I've always got some mad thing on the go. And then Tom, obviously, for support that he's sort of given me when I went out, and Dennis as well, his brother, because we couldn't have set it all up without him.
No.
You know, he was one of the people that helped us get it all going in the first place. He's gone off to do his own thing, like I said before, but I mean, other than that, myself,
Big pound of shoulders.
because I've done it, everything else
100%.
I've done myself. Really.
And you got through the shit.
Yeah.
That's the big part as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
And went and had enough balls to go again.
Yeah.
That's massive. Like,
Yeah.
not a lot of people do it, mate.
No.
And the ones that do usually are cheating. You know, they're usually the ones
Yeah.
that are scammers.
Like you said, everyone's sitting there waiting for you to fail, aren't they?
Oh,
Like people
mate.
rubbing their hands together, waiting for you to fall off your perch.
I'll tell you, honestly,
Sad, isn't it? Because I don't care. I don't think about anyone else.
Maybe
Like I look at my mates and I think, I look at Tommy and go back to Tommy again.
yeah.
Like I'm well proud of him. I'm so pleased
Yeah.
for him that in that period of time he smashed it. It's irrelevant that we fucking lost everything
Oh, my
in the
God.
same period of time. I'm well pleased for him that he took. I'm not. All my mates have done well.
Yeah.
Considering we all come from a council estate,
Yeah.
right? All my pals have done really well. You know, all of them have come out. People have got gas companies and plumbing companies and, you know, bricklaying and roofing companies and, you know, like Pikey's got their, I mean, he smashed it out of the park, hasn't he?
Unbelievable.
You know,
Yeah.
with his
And I love it.
groundworking company.
I think I love it. I've got mates. I think at my late, I've got mates in my later life that I've met later on.
Yeah.
That I'm so close to, and I've got so much more in common with them than some of the mates that I've gone to school with.
That's right, yeah.
Had shared a lot of memories with, had good times with, but I have nothing in common with anyone because they're waiting for me to fail.
Yeah, that's right.
They're the
yeah.
ones who are actually sitting on their perch. I never get a text message from one of them. I never get do you know what? I get strangers text me, Nighty, about my podcast, Beardo, fucking love it.
Yeah.
I had one today. Like, a guy I know, but just someone I know.
Yeah.
When there's certain people that I've gone to school with and grown up with and we've done all trips together, not even a text to say, oh, I've got your back here, well done, mate, or share it, or whatever, I don't know. Just waiting for you to fail, isn't
It's
it?
nuts, isn't it? I've got one mate, James Kitchen, the guy that I've done the mobile phones with, that I'm still good friends with. And he's come out to stay with me for a week in the summer, and it's brilliant. His two boys are the same age as mine.
Yeah.
They're thick as thieves. They get on really well, and his wife's brilliant. My wife gets on with her, and it's amazing. Right? And we have a wicked time if they come out and stay with us, and that's it. Yeah. It's really from when I went to school, like no one else.
I'm the same.
Yeah, no one else. And then and the people like Deck is a good example.
Yeah, Deck's great.
Who I met on the way through. Like, it made me laugh the other day because I was looking at the super growth in Kent.
Yeah.
You see that?
Yeah,
It was Deck and Jamie.
Yeah, smashing it.
Yeah, they were like number
Yeah,
one and number
one,
two, and I thought,
that's
how good's that?
Love
Like,
it.
growth in Kent, two of my mates' companies right at the top. Like, fucking brilliant.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
And that's the thing is, I've got a mate who's got a recruitment company. He's a big sponsor for this, and he rang me up yesterday. He wanted to show me his unveiling of his new car,
Right.
and I couldn't get service. I was at Marks and Spencer's buying the weekly shop. That's what I do now.
Yeah.
And
New job.
Yeah, new job. And he wanted just to show me it, and I was so proud of. I want to share that moment with him.
Yeah.
He's the nicest guy you'll ever meet. I've only known him for probably 5 years, but he's one of my best mates. But there ain't no man genuine than people like that, who I want to share their experiences with. And I'm the first one to congratulate them and say, "Oh, you deserve it." You know?
Yeah.
I want them to do well. I don't. There's no green-eyed monster.
Yeah, that's it.
I will sit with any of my friends and go, "You've smashed it. Well done, son."
Yeah.
You know, like yourself. Like I could be proud of what you've done in the stories that you've just told me. That's what. But there ain't many. There's not many around.
No.
That are. And it's the later life. You know, I've got a few mates who live in Ibiza now, and they text me all the time. Being
Yeah.
like, you know, love you, mate, and all the nice things that you want. The people that you've grown up with.
Yeah.
And I used to want it. I don't know more. I couldn't give a fuck.
No.
I actually kind of like the fact that they probably don't send me the messages.
Yeah, and one of my old pals, so it's a lot actually of what I said about James. My other pal Sash, he come out to see me a couple of weeks ago, and I said I actually quite like it. There are people out there that despise what I've done.
Yeah,
I actually quite
It's good,
like
isn't
it. Yeah, I think it's brilliant.
Yeah, no,
Like,
it feels
people have got bad stuff to say about you. You're doing something right.
Yeah,
for
I
sure.
agree. I talked to my daughter about it the other day because she was having a bit of trouble with her mate or friends, who she thought was friends. And I said, yeah, but if they're talking about you, you're doing something right.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah, just crack on.
Just
Like,
crack on,
just
do it,
don't
yeah.
worry about them. Don't worry on the neck. Focus on. So
Yeah.
I take my own advice, and like I say, I actually kind of enjoy it. I get a bit of a smile out of it now.
Yeah.
So yeah, like I say, we move on from those scenarios. But I was going to ask you a question. You see, question was: is if you could look back at your younger self, what advice would you give yourself?
Well, I definitely, like I say to the kids, like you've got to go out on your own quicker than what you do. Like you don't earn any money working for anyone else. No. But I mean, I say I've always lived like this anyway. Really, my advice to anyone young would be just go for whatever you want to go for. Like don't think that you cannot do something.
Yeah, I agree.
Like if you see it, just go for it. Because you 95% chance you're going to do it, and if you don't, 5% chance you learn something from.
Yeah, you do.
And you go again. So many people listen. Right, I use this analogy a lot because I don't want to be disrespectful to anyone. Right, there's a lot of people that are happy doing 9 to 5, right, and that's brilliant. Right, they don't want the stress of like that we've got.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
of having 60, 70 mortgages to pay.
Yeah,
They don't want that. Right? And that's brilliant. And if everyone was entrepreneurial and wanted to go out, we'd be fucked, wouldn't we? Right? So, no. So I think it's brilliant. And I say to people, well, wouldn't you like going? They go, no, I'm quite happy.
Yeah.
I'm quite happy doing that. Yeah. So a lot of people are happy doing
Yeah, of
that.
course.
So you're going to be some people watching this. They're going to go, I don't want to go and grab it.
No.
And that's absolutely fine.
No, of course it is.
If you don't want to go and grab it, just
That's it.
carry on as you are. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I don't know if there's any bit of advice I'd actually give myself if I went back, because I feel I'm quite happy the way I went. I feel like I wasted that time working in the city.
So maybe
But then really, did I learn a lot?
It's an experience. Right?
Yeah. It was a great time.
Yeah.
It was a great time with like Friday night. Got stuff we can't talk about here.
No,
Sure,
you're
but-
yourself.
No.
But there is the wildness. I think the early days are the best days, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then when you get over 30, like you think I was talking to my mate James again Sunday night. We were watching the Masters final, right? And I'm an hour ahead, right? So it's getting to like 11 o'clock. I'm a bit right. I don't think I can stay up and watch this. And I said to you, I don't think I can watch it. And he went, I don't think I can either. And I was like, do you remember when we used to go to the Zime in Gillingham? We'd get in at 4 a.m. and we'd be up at 6, in work at 7, 2 hours sleep. right? And now we can't stay up till 1 o'clock in the morning to
That's
watch the
crazy,
final or
isn't
the goal.
Give me 2 seconds of your time. Just want to say again a massive thank you. Please listen to this message. It's really important to me. And I know it affects so many people. Thank you. My experience with ADHD is real. It's affecting thousands of children across the UK every day. But too often our schools overlook the signs, labelling kids destructive, lazy, or unmotivated. The truth, these students aren't failing. The system's failing them. We need to be vigilant. Teachers, parents and leaders must recognise the signs, offer support and fight for every child's right to learn in a way that works for them. Because when the schools ignore ADHD, we're not just letting the kids down, we're holding them back. Let's do better. If you can give any advice
Yeah.
to anyone that wants to start a business, what's the advice you'd give?
I mean, I think you've got to be 110% committed.
Yeah,
Right.
agree.
You've got to work more hours than there are in the day when you first start, and you've got to expect really not to get any money for it for a while. You know, that was a very strong part of the first year that we went out. Like I said earlier, I got paid time, I never paid myself. You know, and you just got to work your nuts off. You've got to put every ounce of energy you've got into it. And you're going to have knockbacks, and you've just got to take them on the chin. And just be really shrewd. Don't let people take advantage of you.
Yeah, it's clear, isn't it?
Mate, everyone wants to, don't they?
Everyone, yeah.
Everyone
Listen,
wants
they see you're weak, they see you're
Yeah.
vulnerable.
Yeah.
They want you in there.
Yeah, I think that'd be my only advice, is that you just got to put every single hour of the day that you've got into it. Because people, it's really unfortunate, I think, now for kids, because they see this Instagram reality world. And listen, people make good money out of Instagram and YouTube, right? They have, and there's no doubt about it. And I think there's definitely another revenue stream of money that you can get now that wasn't available when we left school. You know, that's definitely a path you can take. But unfortunately, that brings like a false economy that people think they can go and get all this without putting any effort in. You know, they think that that's the real world. I think it started for me. I noticed it probably with remember the Wags, you know, Gerard, Misses, and all that lot. You sort of noticed it then. It shifted a bit.
Yeah.
Girls wanted to be footballers' girlfriends,
Yeah.
didn't they? You never really heard about it before,
No.
did you? And then obviously the whole social media and YouTube thing sort of ventured out. And like I say, people make good money out of it, but it's a false economy. Like,
It's massively a false economy.
like people aren't actually in Dubai, living in Dubai
No.
when they're 17. Like, they might be out there for a few photographs, but people think they're out there. Like, have you been to the Five in Dubai? The Five on the Park?
No.
Oh mate, it's so funny. So you've got this like archway where the hotel, this big archway sort of type thing, big square archway, and then the pool's massive, goes right the way down. Yeah. And there's like a conveyor belt of girls sitting on the end of the pool with the archway in the back, you know, doing various poses.
Really?
And then they get up and they go, and another one comes, and another one comes, another one comes, another one comes. It's just like it's conveyor. Getting the same photograph basically. Yeah, but you've got to work. You've got to work. And it's all right. Listen, like people probably see me now, and I always say this to people. You see what people want you to see. So certain people on social media, you think, "Man, they've got a good life. Right? They're doing really, really well. They're not. They haven't got a pot to piss in. Right? And then I don't post too much on social media anymore. Although I don't really go into it all now, but I've sort of left off the last year or so because it looks like I'm probably doing less than what I am. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it does, yeah.
But I'm not. I'm actually doing more, and people don't see the stressy side of it when you've been knocked for a load of money. You know, when the Prime Minister comes in and takes another 200 grand a year off of you on like NI increases and all this sort of stuff, and then you know you're working on a 20% margin. You do the maths of the turnover. You've got to have to just to pay him that extra money. Yeah. So people don't see that side of it. People don't see that stressy side of it. You know, like the cash flow dips a little bit, and you're like, oh, you know, you're owed £1 million plus. You know, people don't see that. They just see the fun time bit, don't they?
Well, that's the only thing people put on social media, isn't it? They don't.
Yeah.
I mean, there's some videos out there where it's people do struggle, but that's for an effect situation majority of the time, isn't it? And for me, the social side of it's completely changed. I was listening to a podcast the other day about how social media's completely changed with all these influencers, and the angles changed, and it's not as easy to make a quid out of it as it used to be, because I think people are more switched on. The algorithms are changing. So I think there's a lot going on in that kind of. I've been listening to someone. To be fair, I thought it was quite interesting just to see how it's changing, but I think what you're saying is you have to work really hard.
You have, yeah. And there's no easy way around it, is there? Listen, you might be really lucky, right? You might set up a company, get £1.5 million deal in the first 2 months. You might do, right? But
that's
very, very rare, right? Different for someone like me and you now. We could go and set up a company together, doing mechanical stuff, for example, and then we could both go to our massive network of people, probably put in some quite tasty deals quite quickly, right? Because we've spent 20 years, 25 years developing that network. And that's another bit of advice I would give to people, is to speak to everyone that you meet, because the amount of work that we've got just from random people that you bump into, and you just chat. I'm quite a chatty person. I'll talk to anyone, no matter about. And building up that network and staying in touch with people. I'm quite good at staying in touch with people. My
really
wife
important.
says that you will always reach out and stay in contact with whoever it is, which I think it's really important.
It is important.
Not from a selfish point of view that you think you're going to get work out of it.
No.
Just in general, in life, right? And I think that comes back. That comes back around at times.
It does, mate. It really does. I think that's really important in business. Is I'm a people person. You're a people person.
Yeah.
That's my skill.
Yeah, listen, if you're good with people and you're honest, and you don't rip people off, and you go and do a job for a fair price, that's it.
Yeah,
that's all you've got to do, right?
Yeah, 100%.
It's not rocket science.
No, it's not. And I think that's I've had people come to me recently and ask me for advice, which is a nice thing to be asked. And it's you either got it or you haven't, really, as well with people. It's very hard to give you that skill and say, well, you just got to be yourself, and you've got to adapt to people as well. And people can't do it.
We had this conversation today in the office. We've got a young lad who it seems is fucking useless, right? But he's a really nice lad, and he's a proper grafter, and he's willing to do work late, get up early, and do overtime, work at weekends, but he's just fucking useless. Right? And we're like, what do you do? Like, what do you do with him? It's not fair.
No.
Well, that's because we don't want to get rid of him, because he's a really nice kid.
How old is he?
But 18 or something like that.
Do you think so?
But he's trying to cut up a bit of wire with a pair of wire cutters like this. Like sometimes you can't do it, can you?
No.
If you're not there, you're not there.
No.
If you're not there at 18.
Yeah. What
do you do?
I think I weren't there at 18. I was a bit of a drip, but I think what I did have, going back to this kid, is the work. He probably got 80% of what you need. He's got the right attitude and the mental, he wants to be there. He's turning up. I mean, a lot of the young, no disrespect to a lot of the people that I've had work for me and the young, struggling to get him in.
Of course.
I think I don't know. I mean, he might be just useless, but.
Do you think that some people can't use tools?
Yeah.
I can't use tools.
No, I can't.
I can't.
I'm terrible.
I will round a nut off, right? If there's 10 nuts, I'll take 9 off and the 10th I'll round off, right? I'll stick a Phillips screwdriver and round that thing off, right? And then I'm like, oh shit, what do I do now?
Murder.
Yeah, so I try and avoid it. And I think, I'm not good with tools.
No.
So just some people aren't, are they?
I was a service engineer, right?
Yeah.
And I was good at that. But you get me in this house to do anything, I'll break it. Or I was hoovering.
Don't worry about it. Behind you.
Mate,
Who's going to come down?
I think I actually got someone to put that up for me. There's all of them in the house. I haven't put up. She won't. I mean, to be fair, anything I touched, I tend to break
or I'm not very good at it.
Yeah.
So I don't think,
So going back to the kids, like,
Yeah.
maybe it's not cut out for it. Maybe we need to find something else for it, but I'm not too sure what that is
maybe
yet.
stick him in the office.
Yeah, I know I was going to say to you, going back to
Yeah.
something that I popped up earlier on, when we talked about working in the city, and then we had recently, not recently, it's a bit of subject to conversation quite a lot, that now the lads want paying from when they leave house in the morning.
Oh, yeah.
Right, so door to door.
God.
Bit like that.
I know. I know.
Right.
You're increasingly...
You got some of our old engineers, like the old ones with a long time, mate, they want good money. Like, you start paying them door to door, it's going to take the company out. Like, you can't do it. And then I was thinking, when I worked in the city, I probably earn, I don't know, 35 grand a year. I would get up at 5 in the morning, and I'd be down at Chatham Station on the train, walk from Cannon Street, like 30 minutes, because I didn't really want to pay for a tube or a bus, right? And then you'd leave work at 5:30, but if something's going on, you might have to stay, and you'd be getting at 8 o'clock at night, right?
Didn't get paid.
I didn't get paid for it. I had to pay
Yeah.
3.5 grand a year to get the train. I mean, God knows what that is. It must be 10 grand now, but you had to pay that to go to work, right? So you'd be out all that time. I don't work 9 to 5 really. I'm getting paid for, and I'm paying for the privilege of going. And then everyone saying to me, like, "Can we get paid door to door?" Like, you just can't.
It don't work. It don't work, is it?
I can't pass that on.
No.
Because we're if anything, we're having to reduce our work rates to win work. Right?
And
And you've got the fuel going up. I mean, that fuel's going up £1,000 a week now.
I mean, that's the bit that, isn't it? I mean, everything's gone up since this war.
Yeah.
Everything's just blown out of the sky. But if you push that back onto the client goes, no chance.
Yeah.
So passing that on to the client, we used to say to like the big boys, we'd be like, well, minimum call out's 4 hours, and then when you get with the big boys, they turn around and go, yeah, we are only paying for your time on site, and we'll go, well, we got to get there, for a call out, and then they go, no. The bigger companies will be like, listen, we're only paying for your time on site.
Yeah.
So you either take the work, or you say, no, I can't do it.
So we've just a lot of like the tanker companies. If you're subbing a tanker now, if ours are busy and we're subbing someone, they've all put a like fuel increase.
Yeah.
Right? That's just happened across the board. Everyone's doing it. We're sitting in a meeting on Monday, and we're like, how can we do this? And I was like, well, our 2 biggest clients, we can't.
No.
We can't.
No.
We've got fixed
Yeah,
contract.
yeah.
Can't phone up and say it's costing. You've got to swallow it.
Of course.
But other people, we can just say there's a temporary fuel increase on there. Again, we don't want to be doing it. We're not making any money out. If anything, probably losing money out of it.
And the materials are going up as well.
Yeah, well, anything made of oil.
Yeah.
Pretty much everything.
We just don't have steel.
Yeah.
So steel's going up. So there's a cost there that you're just going to incur 10%.
Yeah.
10%. So that comes out of your bottom line.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, the thing is, it's difficult. I think the engineers have got to understand. Sometimes what I don't think they do is that obviously they think they can nick a couple of quid elsewhere, so they'll just jump ship.
Yeah, that's the worst, isn't it?
Yeah, and I've found that a lot. People that I've been loyal to, people that I've lent money, people that I've given a lot back, my trust, promotions,
Going for a fiver.
and you want them to, go for fun, or you want them to support the business, and you turn around and go, look, that's just not feasible, And I'm quite open with things like that as well. Like, what I mean by that is, if I genuinely believe someone deserves to get a pay rise, or I don't know, is worth paying from the minute they leave to and the business can afford it, I would make sure they can get it if the business can afford it.
Yeah, exactly.
But if the business can't, they need to support the business. It does work both ways, I find that fascinating.
Well, I think they're just not aware of the additional costs, are they? They just think, everyone thinks that you're absolutely creaming it. All right. There are times that you are.
Yeah.
Right, I'm going to tell you, 90% of the time you're not. Right. And I think they just think you're creaming it, and that it can be done. And they don't realise the overhead. Our overhead is ridiculous. It's madness. And insurance is one of the worst things.
And how many fleet have you got now?
I don't know, 50 odd, I think.
That's crazy.
I don't really know.
And that's a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, and the thing is, the upkeep of them, even the maintenance, the service of it, keep them on the road, the tax, the debt, like you just said, the tolls, none of these engineers have to worry about any of that.
No.
Back in my day, probably yourselves, when I was an engineer, I used to have to worry about all of that. phone pay come up my own. We didn't have so many tolls in, but we had parking in London.
Yeah.
You know,
You had to pay for all that.
We had to pay for it all out of our own pocket, and then we reimbursed it. But my point being is that that's the way it was. We weren't as fortunate. Well, as an engineer, I wasn't as fortunate. I remember getting a fuel card for the first ever time, and I was like, wow,
yeah.
I'm living a life now.
Pocket,
A lot of them want company expenses cards and things like that. And
we know Charlie Mullins, Pimlico. I mean, he used to rent their vans from, didn't he? Yes. So he'd buy their van, they'd have to rent their vans. Like, if I didn't want to walk out,
you would have no idea.
Everyone would go.
Yeah,
but he managed to do it. And what did he sell for? 120 million or something?
I think there's a lot of lessons there, but I think for me, the moral of the story is I pretty much would probably go down the road saying if you don't work hard, you get a little back.
100%, yeah.
I think a prime example of that, mate.
Yeah, 100%, yeah. No, it's good to see you.
Yeah, and you.
So, appreciate
it's like talking out of pub, mate.
Well, we've done, pretty much what we spoke about over a couple of Guinnesses at Christmas, really.
And you got anything planned for the business? What growth? I know your growth.
Yeah, I mean, really, it's just about growing the next. I think we might maybe do another couple of acquisitions. I think we've had this conversation. I think it's the way forward.
You've done one already, though.
Done one.
Yeah,
it's going all right now.
Yeah,
it was tough. And it being so far away.
What you learned from that, mate? Quickly.
Don't do it again. No. So I think I was actually talking to Tom about this today. We weren't given the opportunity to go and speak to the staff before, which I would insist on doing. I think I would pay a bit more attention to the asset database that they've got.
Yeah, what's true.
And what they're valued at. I had some advice from an FD that probably wasn't the best advice. So I probably learned a bit there about the financial side of it, how to approach it next time. So it's been tough. It's been really tough. And we employed an MD. And it didn't really work. It didn't really work out for us. And he's a really nice guy. But we've rejigged it. Tom's acting as the MD. And we've promoted one of the lads that's really good. He really knows his stuff. He knows the nuclear sector inside out. We were sort of told by the old directors that he wasn't capable. He's more than capable. We promoted him. We've got somebody else in more like a project manager role. So I think I've learned a lot. Yeah, a lot about how you need to set it up. Mate, we've never done it before. We've just gone and spent all this money on this company, and I'll be completely honest with you. The first 6 months it was a shit show, and I was like, what have we done? But we've turned it around as we do. That's what we do. That's what we do.
Because you worked hard.
Yeah, that's what we do.
Yeah.
We go up now. I don't want to be in Cumbria.
No, I don't think you
I get -5 and pissing down. I want to be in my house, but I'm not. We're up there, you know. We're spending a lot of time up there. But the people that work for us up there are amazing. Yeah. They've got such a good team of people, and there are 2 girls in the office up there. They're just like absolute warriors. They do everything. Right? You know, now we've got it going well. So yeah, if you need any advice on acquisitions, I'm happy to do that. And liquidations.
Would you go down the road of a broker? Yeah.
We had a broker involved purely because they were selling it. I mean. He got his money and moved. They don't really care. No. To be fair, he's actually all right. I spoke to him the other day because I needed a bit of documentation that I didn't have, and he was actually all right. But I think we've probably done it the hardest way, buying one so far away in a sector that we have no idea about. And mate, when I walked in, there was like reams and piles of paper everywhere. And I was like, what's all this? And they were like, there are job sheets. I was like, okay. So I said, can you show me the work schedule? And she went, yeah. I opened up this diary. I went, oh, you use a diary? She was like, yeah. I was like, I'm OCD and anxiety level. I don't really get anxious, but anxiety levels are shot.
That's another level.
Yeah. I'm like, right, so how do lads get their jobs then? We write this job sheet out, and they come and pick them up in the morning. And I was like, right, we've got a proper job on our hands here. So you can't, and they're using a version of Sage from like 1998, which can't be exported or anything like that. So, mate, you can't chuck too much of these people, right? They've got their job to do. So you can't just go, we're coming in and changing everything. No. And it's slowly, we've changed the account system, we've slowly getting them into, you know, we've redesigned all the website, rebranded, remarketing, done all that sort of stuff. And we're winning loads of work coming in from that, just doing that alone. It's like increased the turnover massively, which is really good. And then we're just about now to put a CAFM system in to get rid of the paperwork. But
That just takes time, doesn't it?
yeah, and you can't, it just scares people.
Yeah,
People just leave if you.
Yeah,
if you
change.
try to.
No one likes change.
No, they don't.
No, they don't. You just you got to educate them to understand, make them to understand it.
Yeah, and we've nearly had it a year, and we said it'd probably be a year before we managed to get the CAFM system in. So probably about now. I think they want it.
Yeah.
Now, because when we first spoke to them, they're like, no. But now they understand that it's going to help them, make their life easier. Probably take away 30% of the job.
It would.
They're doing no stress of the job that they've got.
Yeah, it's a big.
You've always got an element of engineers on the road, on the wrong side of computers, you know, to struggle with using that.
Yeah.
It's not that difficult.
No,
They've
it's
just
not.
got to get used to it.
Train.
We'll support them.
Yeah.
We'll have someone up there sitting with them until they can do it, basically.
Yeah, I think, like I said, you've learned a lot of lessons, and if you do another acquisition, which I'm sure you will,
Well, it can't be one further away, so anything else has got to be a bonus.
preferably around the south, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, try to get one around the south.
Mate, it's difficult. I look at a lot, and people want X time, and I'm looking at it, and I'm like, it's not worth it.
Well, it's because they've probably heard that they, you know, and you hear it a lot. You're hearing this a lot now.
But now the brokers, when they email me now, I go, what fixed contracts have they got in place? Yeah. And they go, no. I go, company's worth nothing. Company's worth nothing.
Yeah. What assets they got?
Yeah, but they made 250 grand last year, and they want times 5 or times 6. Like, the company's worth nothing. They've got no contracts. They go again tomorrow in their brother's name.
As soon as they leave, everything goes with them.